Yo, everybody, what's going on? And welcome to the NyanCave. My name is Tom. This guy is Clay. That guy is Nyanroid.
Hello.
And today we are back with more Ace Attorney action, a zany reaction. It's fun. It's happening. It's Ace Attorney 2, Investigation.
Yep. Hey, Chewy. Hi, hey, Valentina.
Thanks. We left off in such a way. We're inside of the Little Thief. We're just about to exit the Little Thief. I think we figured out everything we want to know.
Mostly, yeah.
All right. Why don't we just do the thing? We're coming right up to the end of this game.
Who made the thumbnail, Edward? Nyanny mostly always makes the thumbnail.
Mostly always.
Mostly always.
We've learned pretty much all we can about the situation at the time of the murder.
Oh, in that case, is there another scene you'd like to recreate?
Oh, no, we ain't at a Little Thief yet.
What?
Yes.
What?
Would you do the honors?
I'd be happy to. Welcome to the NyanCave, Alma.
Hey, what up, Alma? Thanks for subscribing.
Whoa, Dr. Pants watching old travel vlogs.
No way.
Oh,
You digging it, man?
The cringe.
The cringe. The cringe.
I would like you to recreate the scene when the victim witnessed the president's kidnapping.
Right, I'll recreate the scene based on Mr. Cameron's photo.
Just turn around and
Frodo.
look at their face and
Frodo.
see who it was.
Yeah, I know. No, it's
Oh,
gonna be through
technology.
the sheen of the clasp of the backpack, and they're gonna enhance onto it.
Oh, God.
Yay, I'm gonna smash you with a brick.
Why was there already blood in the ground? That's weird.
Good call. I think. That's a. I got nothing. I don't know why. Actually.
Mr. Cameron is standing in the middle of the flower beds.
And the president and his kidnapper are standing in the road.
My old man based his initial investigation on this man's eyewitness testimony. As a result, it led him to believe that the kidnapping and this facility were related.
And that's how he came to suspect the head of the orphanage,
Did you
Patricia
put the games
Rowland.
back?
No, I did not.
I'm like, why are you guys so much louder now?
So loud. It's at about like half of where it was. It's like the first line and just a little above it. So like a 6, if that's a -5. Or I guess a -6. -4. Math is hard.
Okay, there we go. That should hopefully be good.
Yeah, that should be it. Hey, what's going on, J-Trev?
And that's how he came to suspect the head of the orphanage, Patricia Rowland.
Yeah. But in court, Blaze the best treated this testimony as if it meant nothing.
Yo, Jared, what up? Why would he do that?
The president and his kidnapper were not standing inside the orphanage grounds.
Missed those extraterritorial rights.
Oh yeah, they were.
That close. Northlandia is where that is.
Northlandia?
Orflandia.
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 There.
That's my nightmare. Just
Well,
what do you call
people are
it?
terrified of clowns,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's basically you're a nightmare.
Yeah.
Too many comedians around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
Just, what was solitary, solemn state of. I don't know. What do you call like an independent state?
Oh, a sovereign state?
Sovereign state. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, the sovereign
Yeah, the
state
sovereign,
of Orphandia.
Yeah, the sovereign state of Orphandia. Jeez.
So,
Okay.
a connection between the orphanage and the kidnapping was difficult to prove.
They sound like they're spies or something when you say it like that. The orphanage. Oh my God.
Wow.
What do they do though?
Espionage.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
The orphanage.
I see. It's not like they were seen inside the orphanage after all.
Orphanage.
Orphanage.
No matter how much evidence the detectives gather at the crime scene, it doesn't mean squat if the prosecutor won't use it in court. Blaze and Best had some kind of connection with the Patricia Rowland. I figured they had some kind of deal going on.
In other words, you think that Blaze was one of the kidnappers?
Blaze had Patricia found not guilty. Were they partners in crime?
I don't know. Remember how satisfying it was when we used those 3 hoof prints finally?
Yeah, it was good.
Good times.
However, your father was convinced that Patricia Brolin was the culprit. Your father was a highly capable investigator, I presume. Might he have had some other basis for his conclusion besides the eyewitness testimony?
Yeah, I figure he did, but I had no idea what it was.
What was it?
My old man never really talked much about the case.
Confidential. Agent Lang's father, Dai Long Long.
Easy, guys.
President Huang's most trusted confidant. The truth he discovered was suppressed by Blaise de Best. First, we must find that hidden truth. Whoa. Moment of the incident. Oh, right. I bet you can flip over back and forth by clicking the thingamajigger. Murder weapon. Brick.
Nice.
What did Blaise dig up?
The evidence that he was a kidnapper. I'm just joking. It
What?
was sarcasm. It was sarcasm.
I mean,
It was a sarcasm.
Honestly, like, no one has said the murder weapon was missing yet. But I mean, this makes sense.
Oh, it
But
certainly could. Yeah,
in the last scene, it was just lying right beside his body.
Exactly.
So that's the only thing. And no one said it went missing, right?
No. And I still think it was $100 million he's trying to dig out.
$100 million.
$100 bill. $100
It's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
Hiding such a large sum of money just underneath an orphanage.
Yeah. which
Also a little sad.
could really change their lives.
Yeah.
We were talking about money and sizes,
Kuga.
and it just reminds me of this little. It was like a Kyrgyzstan video or something like that. It's a cool YouTube channel, where basically they said $1 million in $1,000 bills is about 4 inches tall.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if you went to, just to give you context of how much $1 billion is, because 1 million doesn't sound too much.
So 1,000 times that.
Yeah,
4,000
1,000
inches,
which is 333 feet. 333 feet high of $1,000 bills.
And then multiply that by 15.
yeah.
And that's how much money Mark Zuckerberg lost in one day. Well, wealth, I guess. That's how much wealth he lost in one day. Yeah, no, it's...
I don't know how he's gonna survive. Yeah.
I mean, he's not Oprah yet.
No, you're right.
Cameron took a photo of the president from this spot.
And he also called Mrs. Crane, right? Or Miss Crane. Sorry, she's not married yet.
At that time, the killer was already behind him.
Holding the murderous brick.
The murderous
No.
Brick. Brick, it was you.
All along.
I'm just here on a walk. Brick killed a man. I'm gonna touch his butt here. Let me touch your butt. Oh no, never mind. We'll touch his butt.
Okay.
Lang. Okay, bye. I don't know, comfortable talking to Ray.
Well, that's fair.
Nope. Huh. Like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. This snowman looks so mischievous. I swear to God, he did it.
He is gonna be.
Oh my God! And there's a sign of a struggle. Cameron took his eye out as the snowman came down with the brick. There was a struggle. These are Cameron's fingerprints. I would like to indict the snowman.
The snowman.
You're going down, Frosty.
You can't see it, but his arms are actually like holding on to the president's legs.
Oh,
so he
he's
can't
taking
escape.
him. No.
He's a cold-blooded killer, I say.
And he's looking over
Ice
to
in his veins.
Yeah.
About this snowman? When we recreated the scene where Mr. Cameron was killed, it had already melted. Its scarf was all soggy, and one of its button eyes was missing.
Indeed. At this stage, it appears that most of its original form was still intact. Although, there's one spot that looks unnaturally lacking.
The poor thing! I bet some naughty kid must have plucked it off. Although, from a thief's perspective, that kid does have some promise.
Stealing eyes. Was it plucked off by one of the children at the orphanage? No, perhaps. It was taken by an entirely different person altogether.
No.
Deduce. I'll get that in a minute. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
examine this stuff
Oh
first.
no, problemo.
Dijon Huang, 12 years ago. He was still the president of Zhangfa. Whoa! Hey, Blood Kitten.
You just said extraterritorial rights. You really want... You really want to summon Alba?
It's my headcanon that he's dead.
Yeah. Side note, assuming you finish what's left on this chapter and the next one, which is around an hour, the finale will be 2 hours or so. Monday stream in that case. That's a good point. How do we feel about a Monday morning stream?
I cannot do it.
Okay, can't do
We can just finish it Friday.
Friday night. There it is.
Just have a nice long Friday stream.
Yeah, nice long Friday stream. Boom.
Doesn't he seem a bit younger? Though it might be hard to tell since it's so dark.
And then we'll do Nier the days after.
Nice.
Indeed. And with the situation being what it was, his facial expression seems a bit strained.
I wonder where the president was taken after this.
We don't know that yet. However, if the answer to that question lies here, it should become clear when we continue the investigation. I like this, I don't know, something so casual about having one hand in your pocket while your other hand is a gun.
Very espionage.
I imagine it went down like, walked up and be like, hey, Mr. President, in one hand, a gun, another hand, candy. Which one? The right hand. Wrong.
Oh, you picked the wrong hand.
Now it's time to find out what's left. It's the president's kidnapper. Let's try drawing out whatever we can from their appearance.
Right, I got it. Their appearance. Their appearance.
First things first, the kidnapper threatened the president with a gun.
Look at how they're holding the gun. It's like they're trying to show it off. Totally not cool.
He's pretty cool. Unfortunately, we cannot see the person's face because it's hidden by their coat and hat.
And look at that pop collar. It's like they're trying to be all that. Totally not cool.
Their body seems relaxed, suggesting that they had a composed mental state.
They even have one hand stuffed in their pocket. It's totally not cool at all.
So not cool.
It's pretty cool, though.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that's...
Stuff I've drawn out from their appearance.
That may be true, but totally not cool. What? No way. The light.
All along.
This is the photo we took, but it's kind of dark. I guess he wasn't able to bring out the subject's charm and make it brighter, make it a brighter photo.
All right. Ah, never mind. Okay, yeah, can you just like pump the brightness on this?
No.
Just pump the brightness.
Yeah, it's just like there's like Patricia Rowland.
Oh my
just,
God.
like, hanging out in the darkness.
How much brightness? Like,
I don't know, like all of it. Yeah, there you go.
enough to see.
Now crank the gamma. There we go.
There-
Look at that.
Wow. Oh, there she is.
Oh my God. Yeah, and if you look right there, you can actually see Toad. Way in the background. Yep. Oh my God.
there we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we can.
Amazing.
Oh, there you go.
We're deep frying our own memes here.
Yeah, we actually are. Oh, deep fried memes. Look at that. Look at that snowman.
I know.
So suspect. He's definitely alive because he has the outline.
Oh, for sure.
Yep. Hey, the reason this photo is so dark is not because of the subject. It's because the street lamp nearby was broken. You see?
Huh? Ah! So you don't have to rely on natural lighting. You can use lamps to light up the subject. I never thought about that. Nice one, Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think she understood what I was trying to tell her. Okay. Alright. It's time. Let's spot someone connected to any evidence I hold. The snowman was Moosezilla, wearing the gloves.
The snowman
whole
was
time.
Sleep Easy.
Eureka! This snowman. Wouldn't you say it's missing something?
Its right eye is missing.
Precisely. And what's more, that missing eye happens to be in our possession.
The button that Mr. Cameron was holding on to.
I like how we have a virtual item in our possession.
Yes, I like that too.
It's got the exact same design as the snowman's left eye.
If we assume this button was indeed the snowman's eye, a huge contradiction arises. If this button is the snowman's eye, what contradiction arises? The location of the snowman, I guess?
What?
That makes no sense.
Location of the victim?
Victim?
Probably?
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be it. It's one of these two, right? And the victim makes the most sense because I don't know how you move a
Move a
snowman.
snowman.
It would simply fall apart. The victim is holding on to a button. Furthermore, the button was stained with blood. In other words, he grabbed the button after he was attacked. For example, we were to picture it in this way. After being struck in the back of the head, Mr. Cameron lost his balance. As he was falling, he reached out his hand towards the nearby snowman. However, it could not support his weight, and he collapsed while still grasping the button.
That means Mr. Cameron was near the snowman when he was attacked.
Indeed, at the very least, he must have been within arm's reach. However, it's quite clear that he would not have been able to reach it from his current position.
But Mr. Cameron's footprints only lead toward the flower bed.
Can we be certain that those footprints really are Mr. Cameron's? It seems we'll need to investigate them one more time.
Understood. I'll recreate the time the body was discovered scene one more time.
We're going back!
Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. These footprints should match up with Mr. Cameron's shoes, right?
Let's inspect them again. These footprints. Are they really Mr. Cameron's?
They're from size 11 shoes, and these huge footprints match up with Mr. Cameron's ginormous feet. No matter how you look at it, they're moving steadily towards the center of the flower beds.
But when Mr. Cameron was attacked, he grabbed the button from the snowman.
Even with the Great Thief's peak human conditioning, your arm just can't stretch that far. Let alone an ordinary civilian. It'd be completely impossible.
The footprints come from the shoes worn by the victim, just as the case files say. However, does that mean that Mr. Cameron was the owner of these shoes? We should re-examine Mr. Cameron's shoes. Excuse me, can you take off the shoes here? Oh my goodness, look how big they are. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and
Those are
cranny.
like size 11 wides.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
These shoes should match the footprints. However, these shoes. It seems like they're not the ones originally worn by the victim.
What do you mean?
If you look closely, you'll see the laces were tied up strangely. And the size doesn't seem to fit quite right either.
What?
Is this
That
gonna
would
be on the
mean
quiz?
these huge footprints leading up to the victim's feet.
Were most likely made by someone other than the victim.
So then, the footprints leading to and from the victim's head must be Mr. Cameron's.
No, not necessarily. They seem a little too small to be the victim's footprints.
So none of the footprints are Mr. Cameron's? Then, which way did Mr. Cameron walk from?
I suspect Orphanage is afoot.
Oh no.
It's quite simple. The victim did not walk here on his own accord, but
Is it
rather...
foot?
He was used like a puppet using a giant marionette string.
No. He was
Oh.
carried here after he was murdered. By the culprit. Using a giant marionette string. Just kidding.
Oh.
The question now becomes, where was he killed and carried from? Perhaps it was near the snowman after all.
Was it near the snowman?
Murder weapon. Brick. I don't know. None of those seem to make sense just yet. Have we?
Which ones again?
Hold on.
A yellow flower, it's a lion, Zoe!
Murder weapon. A brick.
Oh, look at that
yeah.
sad
Oh, he's
snowman.
So sad. Mr. Cameron's body was moved. If we consider the button he was holding onto, it's highly likely that he was killed near this snowman. I should take a closer look.
Oh.
Oh God. I will rest until I've inspected every
Oh,
suspicious-looking
man.
nook and cranny.
Huh?
Good
There's
eye.
a brick missing here.
Okay. The rest are all in order. It's strange that only this one is missing. Frickin' Dr. Dre here, the way he's finding these weapons.
Mm.
Perhaps the missing brick was the one used as the murder weapon.
Ah, yeah, it seems just the right size to fit in that gap perfectly. So I guess the snowman picked up the brick and threw it at Mr. Cameron. In retaliation.
It's honestly, it's looking more and more like the snowman. Like, look at that image there where the brick and the snowman are all lined up. I know, right?
He ain't
nothing, she.
Yeah.
I'm just a snowman.
I think these two are. Brick was used to kill Cameron from near the snowman. There are signs that Cameron was cared for somewhere else.
That makes
It's the
sense.
perfect crime. I'll kill someone and then I'll melt. They'll never find me.
You see?
Yeah. Nice. As I thought, it seems the actual murder occurred near the snowman.
Both the button Mr. Cameron was holding onto and the murder weapon came from there.
Indeed. Also, if we assume the killer had picked up the brick near the snowman, and then tried to sneak up behind Mr. Cameron.
Oh, Mr. Cameron totally would have seen the person picking up the brick.
Exactly. Okay, please update the recreation. Mr. Cameron was not in the middle of the flower beds, but near the snowman.
Okay, I'm on it.
That's awkward for everyone involved.
Do you know what I think happened?
This is Mr. Cameron, and someone else took the photo?
No, but that's better than I was thinking. Never mind.
Oh,
what I
okay.
said was thinking was dumb.
Oh. No, you know what?
For reference, what was it?
I think
No, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, it's fine.
I mean, I might be wrong too. What if you're right?
Okay, well, I'll say it.
Yeah.
It was all staged. The photograph was staged, see?
Oh.
He was
Oh,
taking
that's
pictures
silly.
of illicit dealings by the front of the orphanage.
Oh.
And then they're like, what? You can't do that. So then they instead took a picture from the opposite angle to make it seem like the things were happening in different places.
That makes sense.
But it also makes sense that he just is that guy too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he was Jill's beloved, and I don't know if they would mix that whole thing up like that. But maybe they would. I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll find out.
No matter how you look at it, it seems strange.
Yeah. All of the people involved in the case are gathered in the same place.
Did we make a mistake here or something?
It seems someone brought a brick to a gunfight. Or a gun to a brick fight, I guess so. One piece of evidence this recreation is based on is odd. If I had to choose which piece of evidence is fake,
What?
which piece of evidence is likely to be fake?
The photograph, maybe.
Is it actually?
Do we have footprints?
It's probably the photograph.
Like, that's pretty cool.
This entire SS5 incident file.
Because like when they were
It's
talking
fake.
about like, man, look at how cool that person is standing there with a gun, like it's trying to be shown. I was like,
Yeah, you're right. You got that, yeah. Like, they're like totally not cool. Because they're trying to be cool. Leave a message on from his cell phone, died instantly after being hit in the head with a brick. Oh, God. You know what I have an irrational fear of, but it's actually a real fear because
accidentally becoming Spider-Man.
No, bumping my head on the corner of walls.
Oh,
man.
It's the
yeah,
worst.
that's a big fear.
I've hit my head once like that when I was a kid, and I was like, ah! It's like a wedge. It's like a very wide axe.
Yeah.
That you're hitting your head
well,
on.
it's such a. It also like think of your whole body's mass is going, and instead of landing on a flat surface and spreading it out, it's like pinpointed to just that little impact, and then you know protruding foreheads.
All right. Well, I think we can all agree on the photo, right?
Yeah, and also you know what? Real quick before we go any further, I wonder if he's actually hidden behind it, or like you know what I mean,
Like lying down his
I don't-
body. I don't know.
yes,
It's
and-
weird. It's weird that
so
he
it's
didn't
like-
bleed.
So it's like, in a sense, the president clocked him. Body's lying down behind that
Oh, the
wall.
president's the murderer.
And then the guy's
Oh my
like,
God.
hey, see?
The snowman. The snowman. You mean?
Yeah.
Nothing to see here. See?
See?
See? All right. So we're going with this, right?
Yeah, send it.
Was this photo really taken by Mr. Cameron?
What do you mean?
We have proven that whoever killed Mr. Cameron also moved the body. For what reason would they have to deliberately move his body? Perhaps the culprit wanted to falsify the scene that Mr. Cameron witnessed.
And that's why they took a fake photo.
They made the president stand under the streetlight and took a photo with Cameron's camera. would have been quite simple.
Now that you mention it, Mr. Cameron's camera only had one photo on it, right?
Indeed. In all likelihood, the original roll of film had been removed from the camera. And after loading a new roll of film into the camera, a fake photo was taken.
I see! I was really expecting there to be a lot more pictures of hilarious orphans.
But you can't always get what you want.
So, this photo must have been taken after Mr. Cameron was killed, right?
The real question is, was the Beargaloo real? I know those two things were done by like different people, but I just love how they lined up like that.
Yep.
Exactly. This was not the scene Mr. Cameron actually witnessed. It's likely that this photo is forged evidence.
Then, where did Mr. Cameron witness the president and this kidnapper?
The photo isn't the only piece of evidence that indicates what Mr. Cameron witnessed.
Oh! The testimony left on the answering machine.
Precisely. We should listen to that recording one more time and confirm what was said.
Yeah, which is funny. I was just thinking about this recording and how it sounded like he wasn't viewing it from this that position.
No. Where else could the president and his kidnapper have been? The Beargaloo.
The Beargaloo.
What? It's okay. So silly. It's like, man, we should totally listen to that recording one more time, and I was definitely going to, and now I can't.
I bet you it's in the burnt up spot because that's where the footprints would have
Oh, and the prank happened.
Oh, right. The child's prank.
been. The
Prank.
The accidental arson
Prank.
child's prank.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, let's go.
Take that!
Mr. Cameron said this on the answering machine. The light just went off. I can barely see a thing now. There are only two places where the lights were broken.
The light by the orphanage!
Okay.
What? Did we know that was broken?
Maybe. I don't think
Okay.
so. Could you please update the recreation?
Roger!
So the kidnapper was near the orphanage.
Indeed. With this, we've shown the connection between the orphanage and the kidnapping.
So that's why they moved the body and took a fake photo to create false testimony, in order to remove any suspicion towards the orphanage in a court.
With this, the state of the recreation has changed completely. The time the body was discovered scene was probably greatly impacted as a result.
Then let's go check out right away. Let's go check it out right away. Preparations are ready.
Since the state of the recreation has changed once again, I should press the Y button and select Change Recreation. Let's give it a try. Did I do that? Oh, no way.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, you want to hear about the little thief's newest feature?
Not particularly.
What? Oh, come on, don't say that. Using the latest feature, we can now recreate the scene at different times.
Wait, we've done that before, though. She just went ahead and started explaining it.
Right now, we can recreate the scene based on the police investigation report and Mr. Cameron's eyewitness testimony. Please let me know whenever you want to switch scenes. So there was an orphanage here 12 years ago. And what's more, the head of the orphanage was Mrs. Rowland. Talk about a surprise.
So, that means that this was where the SS5 incident occurred 12 years ago.
The one where President... wow! Hello! The one where the president of Zhangfa was kidnapped, right?
Yes. And the only witness, Jack Cameron, was then subsequently murdered. However, when you consider that this case was classified as top secret,
It starts to smell fishy, like there's something hidden behind the case, like an old sardine can. Even so, the people involved in this incident... aren't they all the people that we already know?
Patricia Rowland, Blaise de Best, and the president of Zhangfa. The cases that we've been involved in recently, and the SS5 incident. It's hard to think they're not related.
Let's steal the truth hidden behind this case, unless it's sardine cans. I'll keep updating the info we find, if we find anything new, so... let's focus on the areas that have changed in the recreation.
3 disasters.
A kidnapping, a murder, and a fire on top of that. So much happened that it's hard to keep up with everything.
The fire was caused by a child on the evening of the incident.
Why
Which
do you
means
think that?
the fire occurred before the kidnapping and the murder, because testimony is really real.
Did you notice something about when the fire started?
Indeed. There's one thing that caught my attention. If the fire occurred first, then something left at the crime scene should not have been there. What has changed at the crime scene due to the fire and the evidence that I have on hand? It seems we'll need to take a moment to compare the two.
So if you want to recreate the scene based on the police... Oh, this is the time the body was discovered, when the police were investigating the scene. I've recreated the scene.
This pillar appears to be burnt.
According to the files, it seems there was a fire set on the evening of the incident.
A fire?
Let's see here. Huh? It says that one of the children of the orphanage spilled kerosene and set it on fire as a prank? He is never gonna be adopted.
Oh my god.
Oh.
This one's a pyromaniac. His skills are arson and
Disappointing his parents.
really great with the barbecue, though.
Really great with a barbecue. Like, oh my god.
I guess we'll check out the body.
You know, I'm gonna have to hit up Mo for some barbecuing tips.
Ooh.
Mo from our Discord server, mod here and everything. I was like, he always post snaps of like the most amazing looking barbecued food.
Ooh.
And I'm
get
gonna
our barbecue going.
I know. I'm gonna be a grill master this Saturday.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do you have your dad jokes ready?
Oh, I've been
Yeah?
stock. You know me.
Yeah.
I've been stockpiling those things.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna poke him a little bit and go, and then when someone tries to take him, you slap the wrist and be like,
Oh yeah.
not ready yet.
Yeah. Exactly.
And rub your stomach a little bit.
Is your name Tom? No. Then why the fuck are you touching my...
Oh.
That's a good one.
That's a real. I'm gonna use that.
The
I'm
grill
taking
master
that. That's good.
Originally, Mr. Cameron's body was here. In order to be consistent with the fake photo, he was moved to the center of the flower beds.
Then the footprints going back and forth from the body, could they be?
Indeed, there's only one possibility at the moment. These footprints were probably left when the body was moved to the flower beds. Oh, well, examine these footprints. These footprints here seem to lead to and from the body.
These footprints are believed to be the culprits.
Oh, thanks for the good luck, everybody.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. The blood spatter above the snow. There certainly was a substantial amount. It's almost as if the murder was actually committed here.
But Mr. Cameron should have been attacked near the snowman.
Exactly. In that case, this blood must belong to someone else.
What? But the police report said
I'll be
this was
right
Mr.
back.
Cameron's
Yeah,
blood.
for sure. Yeah.
Oh, but look at it. Look at it. If there's the snow.
Where it breaks off right at the end of the snow.
Yeah.
there? Yeah. I mean,
It's like someone else was killed.
yeah, and that would explain why they burnt up the snow around it because of a prank. But who else was dead?
Who's been
Kidnapping?
missing for 12 years?
Who has been?
My father.
Oh.
He just was going out to get smokes. I'm sure he'll be back anytime.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like-
sometimes you gotta grow your own plants, as they say.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
The plants are always greener on the other side of the BC border.
Another snowman!
So, Mr. Cameron killed the snowman's brother. The
Yes.
snowman was out for revenge.
Yes.
The kidnapping was completely unrelated.
Ugh.
The one in charge of this case was Blaze de Best. It would have been simple for him to falsify that information and pin the crime on the snowman.
But wouldn't it be faster to just clean up the bloodstains rather than falsify the information?
He wouldn't be able to do that. Think about it. Blaze knew that Mr. Cameron's body would be discovered here,
Tasso, you're a champ.
in which case, the forensic department would naturally become involved.
small reaction. They would have discovered it with the power of science. Did science exist 12 years ago, Mr. Edgeworth?
Precisely. It would have been difficult to completely erase all traces of the blood. No, science had not been invented yet.
Oh.
However, falsifying the results of the blood test would be much easier in comparison. You would just have to switch the results from the forensic reports.
Aw, what a bummer. Knowing those documents I read were falsified? It looks like Mr. Cameron's clothes were completely soaked in blood.
If the blood scattered here got onto Mr. Cameron's clothes, that would mean that at that time, the blood stains here had not dried yet.
I see. So then this certain somebody's blood was splattered here just a short while before Mr. Cameron was murdered.
Indeed, that's exactly right. However, if that's the case, wouldn't a new contradiction arise in this recreation? Left that blood belonged to someone other than the victim, Cameron. Ooh, deduction.
Hey, what's going on inside, too?
Uh-oh. I seem to have missed something, so we have to deduce something
Well,
here.
I think me and Tom were talking about how the blood stain just sort of cuts off at the snow.
Yeah.
So that proves that the murder happened, or the fire happened after the murder.
Yes, that's pretty good. So, what do we think about throwing that burniness at the edge of the? Yeah.
Prior to the incident. To this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just. What do you think? Fire or snow?
I think go on the middle there. This,
No, because if it's wrong, I don't be like, were we on the fire or were we on the snow? I don't know. Which one? Which one do we do now?
Fire?
I think
Just
putting
because-
fire on fire doesn't make put on. I think put on the blood because the blood is not fire. Putting fire on fire doesn't make too much sense to me.
Well, I'm gonna try it.
All right.
Someone connecting the evidence I hold. Did the fire on the fire part into the child's brain cause?
Yeah, maybe that's not right. Maybe it is the blood stain.
Let the crime scene belong to someone other than the victim. We're going with fire, right? Final answer? Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's try that.
This is a clear contradiction.
No,
Uh-oh.
that's not good. No.
Huh?
Oh
You mean
no.
this bloodstain?
Oh, nice. Do you see how this blood stain is broken up by the remains of the fire? This is proof that the fire occurred after the blood had scattered around the area. Yay. But wouldn't it evaporate in the fire?
But I thought the fire
No,
occurred
not
before.
all of it. It did. Like part of it did, and then part of it didn't, and that's the contradiction.
But I thought the fire occurred before the murder.
It seemed, before the murder, that makes sense, because then there'd be blood on top of the scorch marks. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, that makes sense. I had it backwards in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems that information is suspect as well. And the fire had broken out after the murder.
Then the child who started the fire should have seen the body
Oh my
and
God.
bloodstains.
Guys, everyone's found out how to take hostages using our emotes.
No.
I'm surprised that YouTube has that gun emote.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm
Next
glad
is
they
gonna,
do,
George Lucas takes over, and it's just a radio.
but... Wait, what?
I don't get it either.
Oh, in E.T., George Lucas. Sorry, wait, who did that? Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg, yeah.
Anyways, they remastered it and took the guns away from the police and put like radios in their hands. Not like boom boxes. Yeah.
Police radios.
Yeah.
I don't think... anyways. We got that? Okay. Why then did they not come forward as a witness? It's likely that it would have put Blaze at a great disadvantage.
Guess we'll need to investigate this fire in more detail.
Could replace the gun with like a water gun. Oh no.
Oh, damn. Hey, you!
Yes, sir!
There should be records of the fire in the police department under a different case file. I want you to bring me every last investigation report about the fire.
Understood, Shifu!
Oh, and one more thing.
What is it, sir?
Contact the House of Lang in Zhangfa.
House of Lang.
There should be evidence from this case in my old man's room.
Sounds like a restaurant. The House of Lang.
House of Lang, yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, I just remembered why I recognized this scene. A long time ago, I saw a picture in my old man's room. It was a drawing resembling the scene.
What did you say?
However, I think it looked like something like a child drew.
A child? Then the artist may have been the culprit behind the fire.
It should be somewhere in my old man's room. Have him send it over to me.
Why does he like just set on this being a child's doing?
Understood, sir.
Yeah, do it, Edgeworth. I'm sorry, sometimes I just have to dance.
Dance. So, do we have logic now? Feels like time to do that.
What did Blaze dig up? And was Blaze a kidnapper?
Yes, he dug up his kidnapping.
he dug
it.
up the kidnapping. He dug up the child who set the fire. Oh, that's dark.
But
maybe we talk to Lang?
Try it.
Which one?
Yeah,
Actually, just try it though.
Oh, these?
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Patricia. They do
What?
this there.
Wait. Instruction. No. What?
No.
If we suppose that Blaze was one of the kidnappers, it becomes more likely that he dug up yesterday's connected to the abduction. He dug up the abduction.
Oh,
He dug
there
up
it
the
is.
abduction.
There it is.
Oh, that makes sense.
What is it?
I figured it out. It was treasure. Treasure! Couldn't Blaze have dug up the ransom money?
Oh my god, for real? The $100 million ransom? Buried in the ground until the heat had died down? You know what is really an odd thing to think about?
Yeah.
Is, well, actually, wait. I don't know how big their bills are. Never mind. I was thinking this might have been in yen.
Oh my god.
Because it's in Japanifornia.
Yeah.
And so if it was yen, I was thinking it'd be 100 times more. But I think they have bigger bills. Like, I don't know about their
Like physically
bills.
larger bills?
No, like
Denomination.
denomination.
Oh,
I think their
yeah.
bills are-
10,000 yen bill and stuff like that.
I think those are more common. I don't know for sure. So, anyways,
Yeah.
buried in the ground until the heat had died down. It's certainly possible.
I know, right?
Well, like, isn't he like a chief prosecutor, or wouldn't he have a ton of money anyway?
That's what I was thinking.
Also, what I'm really thinking about is that how did the $100 million get buried here? Like, okay, I get it. There was a kidnapping took place, but then you're gonna take the president away from the area, and then you're gonna do an exchange. And why would you go back to the scene of the crime to bury it when there's orphans everywhere?
Well, it'll all be
Elucidated.
soon.
Shiver, I'm back.
And he says, 100 million yen is about 1 million USD. But I was thinking 100 million USD in yen, which I think is like, what, 10 billion yen?
Yep.
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 Ish.
Mhm.
Again, I know it's not the exact conversion, but just ish.
Yeah, 10 billion yen.
10 billion yen.
I've brought the info
I
of
mean-
the fire the kids started in the photo of the drawing in your father's office. Okay, I guess I won't finish that.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Hurry up and hand him over.
12 years of inflation probably won't do it good. Oh, God. The information held by Agent Lang's father. Oh, no!
Wow.
Like, honestly, though, the kid's talented.
How much you want to bet it's Larry Butts as a
Oh
child?
my god, no, please.
Wow, he even got the time of the
mean-
murder. Look at that. It's noon? Wow.
Yeah, time of the murder, nailed it. Or kidnapping at least. And the best part, I love that they're having like a Pokemon battle. Like, when did
Yeah.
Mozilla enter the fray here?
Yeah.
There's
And
also a pink rabbit.
I was gonna say there's a wild pink Rabamon there.
Shiny Pikachu.
Jeez.
Final boss, Larry confirmed.
Avant-garde art piece right there.
It's actually like kind of drawn in a surreal way.
It is. It's
Yeah.
it's not bad by any means.
no, it's good.
Like, I think what makes me the most uncomfortable about it is the dog. It looks like a weird like anteater type dog. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
At first, I
The
thought, like,
Mozilla is money though. Like, it's
yeah,
good.
well, and the building in the back,
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, well, look at that.
It looks really
good.
The perspective is really good.
Yeah,
overall.
for sure.
I mean,
the gardens are kind of off center,
yeah, for
considering
sure.
that they line up with the door.
Yeah.
But and he's not
You're
really
right.
holding the
4 out of
bouquet.
10.
The bouquet is kind of just like at the strap to
It's-
the back of his
yeah.
hand.
No, he's backhanding it out of the air.
Oh,
Ah.
Wow.
because that bald man with the dog and the knife with the bell on it.
It'd be really useful
threw it
to
at
know
him.
who that was.
Yeah.
If only.
Jesus, though. This is what the picture drawn by the child depicting the night of the incident.
It sure looks like it was drawn with a child's touch.
As I thought, the one who drew this is most likely the child who started the fire. Really fun. I drew like all of the Kingdom Hearts characters in crayon.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
kind of. I just used like a crayon tip on like a digital notepad.
Yep.
It was very therapeutic. It was just fun. I was like,
They say that, like, for creative people, it's a big thing to take your child on a date, like you as a do child stuff, play
Okay.
Lego, like coloring book.
Yeah, I got to draw outside the lines because it was funny.
Mhm.
As I thought, the one who drew this is most likely the child who started the fire. Where's the nominee emote? I just put there as a placeholder because we had an extra slot. But yeah, I did draw that with my hand.
Oh, damn it.
One now. Sorry. It's gonna have to wait. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Hi.
Why do you think my old man had this?
Perhaps he obtained it during the course of his investigation into the incident. Although I don't know why he would have concealed it. Agent Lang, might I be able to see the detail of the fire?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Cyril saw Kingdom Hearts fan art of us on Twitter? Interesting.
What?
I wonder if we were tagged in it.
I checked our Twitter recently.
Allow me to read it post haste. Thanks, Cyril.
Oh, check out.
Posted in NyanCave? Actually, I think I did. Didn't I? No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I meant to. The boy who started the fire snuck out of the bed on the night of the incident. I don't know. Do you have those files?
Hakui
anywhere?
Kitsune is the artist.
Oh, wow! Oh,
Whoa!
like right now. This was like 5 hours ago. So I missed it.
Damn.
But oh shit! Oh!
the headphones.
Oh my! And also, did you see the Keyblade?
Oh god, that's amazing.
Yo, who is this? Yeah.
Well, we'll have to.
Hakui Kitsune.
Yo, are you able to throw this up on screen at some point?
Yeah, maybe we should save it for the Kingdom Hearts stream.
Oh, that makes sense too.
So be there.
But that's
You wanna
actually
see it.
so good. And that's tonight at 3:30. All right. Speaking of schedule, I just realized instead of doing Kingdom Hearts on Friday, sorry, I'm lying. Ace Attorney on Friday. Why don't we do it on Tuesday? And then we can go through without having like 3 days near, 1 day that, 2 days that. And also, it's the new, it's the new schedule that we're
for
gonna
the
be on.
wonderful people at home, Tuesday's a day that we've never done Ace Attorney.
But we will be doing all the rest of the Ace Attorney starting Tuesday.
No, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I mean, if they want to do it Wednesday, that's fine. But
No,
I mean-
Wednesday's no better than.
Hakui
You'll be there. Oh, wait, this art is like the bomb.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I
Saving
mean,
it.
let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's not quite a child's drawing.
No, not quite a child's drawing.
I wouldn't use it as evidence or anything.
No.
Like this.
No.
Aw.
Well, I guess you know what? If like on that note, because we're gonna be doing something fun on Tuesdays, anyhow, then starting Wednesday with Nier and Ace Attorney, we could just start that this week and do something on Wednesday. Oh, sorry, something Tuesday, and then Ace Attorney, then through Nier.
I don't know, man. If you want to do this right now, then there's no time to have a conversation about it. So you may do whatever you like and just tell them what we're doing.
Oh, fair enough. Cool.
What's happening right now?
Nothing. Everything's
we're
gonna be
reading.
the same.
We're playing the game.
Yeah.
Playing the game on the game stream that we have. Yay, games!
I like Tangents better personally.
It seems this boy went missing several days later. Oh, God.
What? Don't tell me that he witnessed something he shouldn't have.
That's horrible! He was an only child after all. Or he was only a child after all. Wow.
Skipped an important letter there.
I skipped a very important letter.
I know. It's like,
Why are you being so mean to an only child who doesn't know the pleasure of having a...
pick the ones that have siblings,
Pick the ones
please.
that have siblings.
At least the genealogy will carry on mostly. Oh, I will be on Discord, Jared. Well, I'd hate for it to be the one. Hate for that to be the case. We can't rule out the possibility entirely.
Huh? Apparently the boy left some stuff behind at the orphanage, and it was taken as evidence. What's this?
What is that doing here?
Mr. Prosecutor, do you recognize this?
Yeah, this is
Just the
Yes.
tip.
Oh God, it is. I know one piece of evidence that's related to it. Which piece of evidence is related to that? What that boy left behind? We're gonna go with the Mozilla head. Or no, it's the little. Wait, no, it's this. Mozilla doll. Oh, it's the president's. It's important. Oh my God, you don't think that there's audio recorded from 12 years ago kept on this doll?
in the tip.
And you need the other horn to turn it and play it.
It's like a memory card, you think?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Take that.
I don't know what it's doing here. But isn't that the missing horn from this Mozilla doll?
No way, you mean this came off the president?
Yeah, Huckabee, that's fine. I don't know if links will go through, but if it gets blocked, a moderator can help. I'm not sure if you're in our Discord, but if you can tag in the mod help desk, if you want to drop it there, the mods would be able to grab it.
What are we grabbing?
The link to the fan art. Because I don't think that links can be posted in YouTube chat.
Not if you're not a moderator.
Came off the president's. You know of it.
Yeah, I've noticed the president kept it close by as a decoration.
Oh, Michael's got it. Thanks, Michael.
Yo.
I always thought it was strange how one of the horns was missing.
If you twist the horn, this doll will play back any previously recorded audio. Oh, Red got it.
So, if we put the missing horn back in place, we might be able to hear a different recording.
Indeed, it is possible. The doll is currently on the 51st floor of the Grand Tower.
Hey, you! You heard that, right?
Yes, sir. I'll be right back. Shivo, I've got it. The mighty Mozilla doll. I'm sideways.
Well
and also,
done.
I think Obus is bleeding into the scene.
Well done. Give it to the prosecutor over there.
Oh, so weird. Okay. If we insert the horn found at the orphanage into the doll.
It's a perfect fit.
Well, can you hear anything?
Mr. Huang, it's Amy. It's been a
Hello,
while.
it's Amy. You may remember me when I was actually named Amir, but I'm Amy now.
I remember. Go, Nyanny.
No.
I saw the news that you would be coming to this country. I was really nervous about doing this, but I decided to send you a message.
Oh!
Please stop the playback.
Why? Judge Courtney.
What's wrong? Stop it, now. It's a boy. Your son. He's just been born.
Okay, wait, what is going on here?
I'm sorry. That's all I wanted to tell you.
Amy. Do we know who Amy is?
No?
His name is John. John Marsh. It's a fine name for him, don't you think?
Wait, and that was addressed to the president.
I don't know what happened. I think that she adopted him,
Marsh.
and it was the president's son.
Did he say John?
I'll be waiting in the courtyard of the orphanage at midnight on February 9th. Even if it's just once, I want John to be able to meet you. I'm sorry if I'm being selfish, but I'll be waiting. No way! That was my... John.
What's the meaning of this, Miss Courtney?
Oh my God, does John not know he was adopted?
That's what I'm thinking, man.
What a shitty way to find out.
Pretty rough way to find out.
You're the president's son of an illegitimate, like, one-night stand, and your mom's not your mom.
And she might be dead.
And she probably, your real mom's dead.
And your dad is definitely dead, and you tried to conceal evidence.
Yeah. Soap opera logic.
Yeah.
John is not my biological son.
Yeah.
He's adopted.
As we thought, and as makes sense. Did John know about this? Oh, here it comes.
No! Of course he knew.
Nice.
okay.
Good. Okay, that's great.
Well, I mean, I guess he did keep his original mother's last name, so
Yeah.
I guess that was a big hint there.
John's mother, Amy Marsh, passed away about 5 years ago. She and I were cousins.
Oh.
Since we were young, we've always been really close. We were often mistaken for sisters. That's why, when she passed away, I thought it was only natural that I look after John.
Does this mean that John will become the new king of Zhengfa?
I think so.
Hey, Bloodkin!
Oh, John is a what? Also, thank God he's not Courtney's biological son.
Yeah. I like that. That's a little. It's like an odd one, of course, but it's like a little hint of sorts if you look at the profiles.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a
You're
second.
like, this doesn't make sense.
It doesn't quite add
This
up.
is a children's game.
Yeah.
For children.
For children, of course.
Also,
Murder is for children.
there were circumstances which prevented me from revealing his father's identity.
I'll take.
I never even told John his father's name.
I figured it out now.
And now it's all been revealed, thanks to the recording of that doll. Did John's mother send the doll to the president?
Hey. John. Was he the president? Really my dad? Yes, he was.
Ooh.
Before you were born, Amy worked as a diplomat in Zhengfa.
A diplomat. So that must be how she became acquainted with President Huang.
You know how that goes.
Hang on! Didn't you tell me she worked at the orphanage? Yes. After returning to the country, Amy left her job as a diplomat. She always had great passion for charity work, so she began working at the orphanage.
Ugh.
Hey, Miss Courtney. So this Amy girl, she called the president there herself, but she never showed up at the scene of the SS5 incident. What's with that?
Hey, Dominic. President Huang and his President Wang.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Michael says, why is the milk sweating? Because he's nervous, Michael.
So nervous. Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure.
There's a lot of pressure.
It's condensing
Yeah.
upon him.
I mean, it's like, man, it's you have to fortify bones and brain. That's a lot, like, for people.
And the milk doesn't even know who its father is.
I know.
No. It's tough.
It's home for the milk because John just did.
Yeah.
So the milk is now wondering, who's my father?
Who's my daddy and what
Who's
does
my
he
daddy?
do?
Anyways.
She never showed up at the scene of the SS5 incident. What's with that?
Amy couldn't make it. Apparently someone had been following her the whole night.
Perhaps it was Blaze. I can't say for certain, but it's possible that it was his doing.
After that, Amy never got another chance to see the president again.
So, she died 5 years ago. This conversation must be painful for John.
Oh, right! Hey, John, you thirsty?
Where are you going with this?
How about I buy some juice? We can go together.
He doesn't like juice.
I'm a part of this too. I'll listen until the end. Besides, I can afford to buy my own juice.
Oh, yo, you don't want to mix
I'm a
that.
strong, independent boy who don't need no older thief to buy me juice.
I guess so. You don't want to mix that juice in that milk, though.
Oh, no.
A bad time.
That's
Bad
curdling
time,
and
John.
gas.
Bad time.
That day.
Oh, shot down by a child.
And Kay never bounced back.
John, Do you understand the reason I met with the president 2 days ago?
The secret meeting from 2 nights ago.
I wanted to tell him about Amy's death and that you were alive and well. But
I see. That's why you couldn't tell us your reasons for meeting with the president until now.
I get it. She would have had.
Go on, no, go. Yeah.
She would have had to reveal his connection with John. I brought a bouquet of lion lilies so that he would understand I truly did know about Amy. Those flowers are a dear memory to the president and Amy. The first present she received from the president was a bouquet of lion lilies. But now, even he has passed away, and if he were still alive, perhaps he could have introduced him to John, but I could have introduced him to John.
Shifu! Sorry to interrupt this atmosphere, but there's something I need to say.
Oh, what is it now? Can't this wait?
Well, actually, there's one last item that's been delivered here from Zhengfa. I have here the president's will. He leaves the presidency to John. Because that's how presidency works.
What?
The president's will.
My old man received a great number of special medals from the president himself. As a token of his trust in the president left his will in the protection of the Lang clan.
It's not how presidency works. I think it is, V. I think it is.
Presidency, monarchy,
Yeah.
oligarchy. They all end in E.
Yeah. If kings run kingdoms, then who runs a country?
Those medals and that will, they were the pride of our clan, our family treasure, so to speak. Our family's jewels. This is...
Agent Lang, does that will have something to do with the current case?
You bet it does. It says here, I hereby acknowledge John Marsh as my own son.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god!
My own
Odd
son.
that he would, I mean, maybe it was a
Put it in his
safeguard.
will.
Yeah. I was like, so you only wanted to acknowledge him as your son after you died, but I guess, like, maybe he was planning to do it while he's alive, and then he, like, made double sure that in case he did die, because he's a president, could die at any moment. I guess that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah, because
Right.
maybe it was something silly like someone else was up for presidency, and maybe I don't know.
I'll be an assassination.
Well, because he was constantly being, like, trying, or he was
People
constantly
keep-
having assassination attempts
Made
made
to
on
him,
his
yeah.
life. So I guess it makes sense to do something like that, but damn. Suspense violence.
What? John's name is in the president's will?
Are you certain that will was written by the president?
Yeah, he entrusted it to the Lang clan even before the SS5 incident took place.
Oh man, they played the long con on that one. My God.
Yeah, maybe he wasn't planning on telling
I don't
anybody.
know.
They'll have to appraise it back home. But by the name of the Lang clan, this is the real deal.
Di Jun Huang was the president of an entire nation. The existence of his son would have caused considerable controversy. However, he left behind a will just in case.
This makes it doubly sure. I still can't believe it myself, but there's no room for doubt. John Marsh, you are the son of Dijon Huang, president of Zhengfa.
Doom. Gumshoe's like, the fuck's a president?
Where's that leave me though?
Gumshoe.
So am I the president now? No.
No. Oh. Oh! John!
Oh, we just daddying all the children, aren't we?
Ooh. Yeah. This is Edgeworth daddy trials. Apparently the path of the prosecutor is to be daddy. And daddy Edgeworth.
Now,
Yeah,
John, come sit next to me. Let me tell you about fathers.
Oh god. Yeah, we definitely need like some of those soap opera suspense sounds.
Oh yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun-dun.
Oh, no, that's a horrible
No,
one.
I love the reality TV sound effects, where it has like the backwards violin stab, where it's like,
Oh yeah.
and it's like, oh my god.
Oh my god, she said what?
Oh.
I'm gonna talk to that bitch right now.
Oh my God, you
no,
wouldn't.
don't. Stephanie, no.
I wasn't supposed to tell you.
John. So that guy was my dad.
Oh.
He found out about his own birth so suddenly. And furthermore, his newfound father is no longer in this world.
I'd always been searching for my dad. John.
With everything that's happening here, I really hope the body double thing does not come to fruition at this point.
You don't what? You don't want that too? At least you have a dad then.
I don't know. I hate being taken on a ride, then all of a
Oh,
sudden
I
then be
know,
like,
I know.
ha
Just
ha!
kidding,
None of this.
everything-
Just kidding. Everything's fine.
Yeah, none
Not
of
being
those
taken on a
feelings
ride right
mattered.
now.
Yeah.
I get it, all right. He's the president. I know it's a complicated situation, but we even met face to face during the filming.
And that
So
body
then
double
why?
family too.
Huh? Why didn't he tell me who he really was?
Oh.
I'm sorry, John. Mom, you don't need to apologize. No matter how you look at it, it's my fault. Yesterday, I broke my promise with you, and I didn't even notice the fire on the roof. So I destroyed everything. I crushed it all.
Oh yeah. You
My
killed
dad, and those flowers that my mom carefully grew. John! Please, for now, just don't think about anything. Just stay like this for a little while. Just for a little while. Okay?
Oh, Courtney, best mom.
The bond between a parent and the child. That's the meaning, boys. That's the meaning behind the lying lilies.
You know what's really
That's
sad
an
about
interesting
the whole
thing to give someone on the first date too. Yeah.
But like the sad thing about it is that the president probably wanted to be on this movie so bad so he could spend time with his son
Yeah.
without
for
anyone
sure.
noticing.
For sure.
Like, and he had the Mozilla doll the whole time. I mean, well, the thing is, he had the Mozilla
Like
doll
when
when
your
he
two
was
favorite
young.
things combine. Like an Ace Attorney Professor Layton
Does it
crossover
vibe?
that we're playing after Professor Layton.
Oh damn.
Sometimes I wonder about the plugs I make.
Sometimes, you know, pineapple was a bold choice.
I don't get it.
That's
Okay.
The Pine and Apple collaborations.
I know it's not my style, but that flower is from Zingfa.
However, we have no means of protecting that bond. Agent Lang, allow me to say this. The case won't be solved by sentimentality alone. Therefore, shouldn't we do all that we can to solve it?
Yeah, you're right.
The recreation of the past is finished. Were your father's deductions correct?
My old man took his deductions to the grave.
Yes, Dr. Pence.
He never told anyone about them. So, who knows if they were right or not?
In that case, what about your own deductions? I would like to hear what you think happened based on the recreation. In order for us to get closer to the truth of 12 years ago.
Yeah, I was thinking about, it's about time. I can see it now. My old man's back, real close. I'll catch up to him for sure. To the truth that my old man uncovered.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
There's no mistake that the president went to the orphanage. The stuffed toy is proof of that. He was planning to meet with Amy Marsh. However, the president was kidnapped, and Cameron just happened to witness it. If Cameron hadn't been there, it probably would have just been a kidnapping with no murder.
Oh, I love my kidnappings on the side of murder.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
not the
just-
same without it.
Afterwards, the body was moved to the flower beds and a fake photo was taken.
Was what really happened 12 years ago. Ooh.
However, There's one thing I still don't get.
Something you don't get? Oh my god.
It's this. Why did they need to fake a fake photo? Why would they go through all that trouble and even make the president take part in this photo?
That's true. However, the answer to that riddle must lie somewhere within. Once we get past the layers upon layers of deductions, we shall surely reach it.
Yeah, that's right. I'd like to hear those deductions as well.
Rebuttal. Going after your rebuttal.
Let me tickle that rebuttal.
Yeah. Get that rebuttal shake! That rebuttal shake! Throw it up in the air! The rebuttal shake! Anyways. Agent Lang, I would like to verify a few things that may have seemed obvious at first glance. Are we certain that the president actually went to the orphanage?
Okay, I get it. You're saying you want proof.
Everyone's always demanding proof from Mr. Edgeworth, after all.
You didn't have to tell him that.
The stuffed toy is proof that he was planning to meet with Amy Marsh.
You mean this stuffed animal? The one with the recording device?
That's right. Inside that toy was a recording from John Marsh's birth mother, Amy Marsh.
Indeed. She said that she would meet with him at midnight.
Wow! You two are perfectly in sync. The truth is becoming clear, like you're peeling off the layers of a scallion.
Okay, a scallion doesn't have anything on the inside. Please don't make such foreboding analogies.
The truth is becoming clear, like you're peeling off the skin of a wolf.
Whoa, that escalated.
A little dark.
Oh, wow.
A little dark.
Oh, man. She's stealing pelts.
Fortuitously. What a wonderful word, Michael.
Can you stop making those foreboding analogies? Let's get back on track. However,
I know, in front of Lang, too.
Yeah, of all the things, why would you say that?
I'd also like to verify the details of this point as much as possible. Mr. Cameron witnessed the president and his kidnapper near the orphanage.
And Mr. Cameron was standing by the snowman near the road.
then the murderer picked up a brick, snuck up from behind him, and
Wham!
whammy!
Okay, we are simply verifying what actually transpired. There's no need to be scared.
But Wham is my most least favorite band. Wake me up before you get out of here.
Yeah.
That was so intense. Half the details of this case just vanished from my brain.
They were never there in the first place.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Lang, let's carefully verify all the facts of this case.
Yeesh. Well, if you're gonna listen, I'll talk as much as you want. If Cameron hadn't been there, it probably would have been just a kidnapping with no murder.
No murder. If he hadn't been there, you say? That's an interesting theory. Care to explain in more detail?
It's simple. Cameron was killed because he saw the kidnapping. The kidnapping itself was a success. If it hadn't been there, no blood would have been spilled.
No blood would have been spilled.
You make it sound like it was his own fault for being there.
Okay, that's not it. What Agent Lang's trying to say is... simply, besides Mr. Cameron, there were no other casualties at the crime scene.
Oh, was that all? Of course, that's obvious. The president was kidnapped, but once the ransom money was paid, he was returned safe and sound.
Okay. Crazy theory.
All right.
Okay.
Right? Crazy theory.
Okay.
Yeah, I love theories.
Get me?
The kidnapping
Right.
was set up. Okay.
Right.
So the president was paying $100 million to be
Yeah.
kidnapped so he could spend time with his son.
Aww.
Well, that's
Think
so
about that.
nice.
Think about that for a moment.
Oh.
I think it's wrong though because I don't think they would have killed Mr. Cameron.
Oh, I thought it was the hush money.
Yeah. Well, when you pay $100 million, you get some very thorough workers.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still make shitty movies.
That sounds like an obvious point. However, something about it bothers me. I may need to reevaluate the evidence once more.
You done explaining things to your assistant? I still have one last thing to confirm. Afterwards, the body was moved to the flower beds and a fake photo was taken.
That's also an important point. I'd like to take a good, clean look at the information.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Let's start with Cameron. With what Cameron saw before he was murdered. Cameron witnessed the president and the kidnapper in front of the orphanage.
However, the culprit wanted to conceal the connection between the incident and the orphanage.
That's right. That's why Cameron's original roll of film was disposed of. And a fake photo was taken of them standing outside the grounds of the orphanage.
It's a very, thorough fraud they have going on here.
Yeah, quite.
Yes. And Cameron's body was then moved to match the photo.
It's finally becoming clear. The secret that was buried in the snow for 12 years.
Is this the truth of the SS5 incident? Mr. Edgeworth, what's the matter?
There's still something hidden behind this case.
Huh? What do you mean?
There's a piece of evidence that cannot be explained by Agent Lang's theory. As long as there's a contradiction, we'll have to present it in order to advance our reasoning. The orphanage, the stuffed toys, proof of that. He's planning to meet Amy Marsh. Oh, okay. I guess that's pretty easy, maybe. This drawing. Oh my god. Amy Marsh is Dogen.
No.
Yeah, Dogen is John's mom.
No. Oh,
What?
man.
What?
How else
Shit.
can you explain this?
Okay.
Nothing else
I also
can-
have something that I just need to draw attention to because I've seen it and now I can't unsee it.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
But you look at the dog, right?
Right.
And you can see like that its eye is, it's there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you just imagine that the two white parts are two white eyes,
Yeah.
it makes him look kind of dorpy.
Yeah.
Kind of
You know what?
does.
I'll be real with you. That's the only way I saw it until you said you look at his
No,
one eye.
I saw the one eye. Myself.
That's wonderful for
Yeah.
you. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
But I only saw it until you said, "Oh, look at his one eye," and I was like, "Oh, shit,
there it is.
his
Yeah.
one eye."
Right? But
I
I
only
like
saw it,
where it's
gotta
like two
go
eyes on
look
the
at
same
it.
thing where he's like,
Yeah.
morph.
Yeah.
Morph.
We had
Morph.
Clay Perception 100 though.
Right, I know.
What if the snowman is John's mom? That explains everything.
That does. What'd that carrot do though?
How old is Anubis, though? That's a good question. It's been 12 years, and, well, dogs don't live that long, especially large dogs.
Oh. He looks small. Maybe he was a real pup there.
Suki Dragon Okami.
Is there
Amy is not Dogen. You don't know that. She could be. Anything's possible.
is there an audio delay?
Is there an audio delay? I don't.
What do you mean?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll deal with it for now. Anywho. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Nicole's tape recorder. Oh, right. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Cameron's autopsy report.
Oh, do you want me to fix the audio delay real fast?
Sure. Yeah.
I just gotta turn off the source and turn it back on again.
That's fine.
Bam! Deactivate. Reactivate. Look at this.
Oh, and it's fixed.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Alright. Hello, Jill. Are you sleeping already? I'm in front of the facility now, but something's not right. President Wong is here of all places, and what's more, crap. The light just went off. I can barely see a thing. I can't believe it, but it almost looks like he's being kidnapped. Thought I'd let you know. That last line is really funny.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd let you know.
Just thought I'd let you know. Bam.
Like the only, like, if I were to change that, and maybe it'd be better or worse, I don't
Yeah.
know. But it'd be like, can't believe it. It almost looks like he's being kidnapped. I'm gonna check it out. I thought I'd let you know in case something happens to me.
Yeah.
You know where I was. Stained with Cameron's blood, Cameron's photo, the fire.
I'm
Okay,
not
so-
gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I came over to visit, I took a picture of my surrounding area, like of where the bus stop was, and put it on Facebook in case I died.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm like, if I die, I want people to know where I was,
Where you were.
without
Right,
actually
right.
being like, this is my location.
Our neighborhood
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
that bad.
No, it's
but
not.
we
but-
are.
I see.
Yeah.
We could have been murdered.
Yeah, that's true.
He didn't know.
Okay, so guys, what do we think? Is it the drawing? think it's the drawing?
What are you
Probably.
gonna send to that?
Everything.
Stuffed Toys planned to meet Amy Marsh.
Right.
However, the president was kidnapped and Cameron just happened to witness it. If Cameron hadn't been there, it probably would just have been a murder. And after the body was moved in the flower bed. So here's the thing, right?
It would have been a murder, but Dogen was there?
And Cameron just happened to witness it. Now, here's the thing, right? Cameron isn't in this drawing.
He's not in that drawing.
He's not. And he should be.
Okay,
technically.
send it.
Unless the flower is blocking him.
Yeah, send it. Yeah.
No. Agent Lang, please take a look at this
Yeah.
piece of evidence.
What I'm more gonna say is where he said murder. Just trying to see with evidence that is.
If you don't even know after looking at it, you certainly have fallen to a new low.
Wow.
Blazingly shoving such a meaningless thing in my face. Aren't you the one who has fallen to a new low here?
Wow, I've heard that line before.
So it wasn't this piece of evidence.
So what about?
What are you doing?
Oh.
You realize who you're up against, right? If you're not careful, you're gonna get bitten.
Indeed. I'd better be wary of those fangs.
Okay. So the next one over, or left or right? There, this one. Maybe present the painting or the drawing to this one. I say that because Dogen is a murderer.
I mean, I'm gonna do it. And then... Nope. All right, Yanny, it's your turn. Oh, contradicts the evidence.
Are you playing games with me?
The evidence says it all.
In that case, the evidence is lying through its teeth.
Oh, no! So it wasn't it.
Even if you defang him, he's still a wolf. As expected, he's tough.
Yes. He's a worthy opponent indeed.
All right, let's look through what we have.
Yeah,
In our stuff.
let's look at our. Let's go to present.
Yeah.
If Cameron hadn't been there, it probably wouldn't, or would have just been a kidnapping with no murder.
Oh, but no, there's a dead body already.
Belong to someone other than the camera? Yeah.
Other
wanna go
than
with this?
Cameron.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
send it.
Nah,
Oh yeah. Who died?
I just like that picture a lot.
Good picture.
We're just really proud of it.
If the eyewitness Cameron had not been there, no murder would have taken place? Is that really the case?
The criminal's goal was only to kidnap the president. If there were no witnesses, there would have been no need to commit murder, right?
And what if Cameron wasn't the only one who was murdered? There was a large blood stain near the flower beds. However, if Cameron was murdered near the Snowman, ergo, this blood stain could not have belonged to Cameron. Someone else's blood was spilled, and quite a vast amount at that.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Do you have any idea what you were saying?
I do. It's hard to believe, however, that is what the evidence indicates. That night, 12 years ago, there were 2 murders.
Are you saying the other murder was covered up? Ooh, just who the heck could have been killed?
Do you think that they were digging up a dead body in front of the flower beds?
Jesus, maybe. A murder that was cleverly concealed. All traces of it were erased. And the incident itself was completely deleted from the case files. But that would be incredibly hard to hide. Like, you kill someone, you bury them at the crime scene, and no one would notice the freshly, like, you know, the soil.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm with you, but no matter what, you
No
dig.
matter what, they missed something, I know.
Yeah.
However, there's one thing. I don't know why. One piece of evidence still remains intact after 12 years. This piece of evidence shows that something happened that night.
Is it time?
For the
Child's drawing?
final drawing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Let's put that on
do
the
it.
fridge.
Let's do it. Put it on the fridge, everybody. Bam. The other murder incident was buried in the dark by Blaze the Best. However, there's still one piece of evidence that remains. Agent Lang, it survived by your father's hands.
My old man, you say?
Please recall. There was one more thing that was hidden along with the traces of the murder. Yanny, don't do this to the thing.
Oh, sorry. Let me fix it for you. Hold on.
And that is the existence of the boy who caused the fire. I can't believe you do this during stream.
I
So
know it's so.
unprofessional.
Here, let's get that.
Perfect.
Wow, quite a.
There we go.
Ah.
Now it's
dramatic.
back to being a snow kind of.
All
Yeah.
around me are familiar. Why did Blaze make the boy disappear? It's because he saw something that he wasn't supposed to see.
Wait, Blaze killed a child?
It
I
seemed that
kidnapped
way.
him. He's gone missing.
What was the thing he wasn't supposed to see?
Everything is drawn in this picture.
The drawing my old man had.
The person drawn on the right is most likely the president. I mean, it's
Look at how
very,
little his
very
beard
hard
is.
to tell.
Yeah.
The Mozilla doll is also drawn near him. And the person standing opposite him is...
Lot of heart. Let's get rid of her. She's
Funny,
out.
That's it.
I wondered why we had Dogen here all of a sudden.
2 to the right.
Sorry, I know.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
taking a quick peek. We have quite the
We have
portfolio
a
here.
lot of people.
Yeah, we have a lot of people.
Okay, can I just say that I really ship Jill and Cameron? Like, I really love them.
Wait. Oh, okay. I got confused for a moment. Jack and Jill.
Yeah, like, I think they'd be such a cute couple.
Oh shit! The age dead gets me every time.
Oh,
Age
man.
Dead. I was like, I wonder. They look
She's
the
still
same
33.
Age. Yeah. Her age is actually
Oh,
dead
she
as
was
well.
21. She was 21 at the time.
Yeah. But she's age dead now.
Yeah, I just think that
Ooh.
I want to see the alternate timeline where
Age
they
dead.
lived and had a happy life and maybe adopted a child.
Blind former assassin, badam. A man with a knife and a large black dog. He is none other than Sirhound Dogen.
What? The assassin?
Why would an assassin appear before the president? The answer is clear. He was trying to sell him Girl Scout cookies that he'd bought from the orphans and didn't want any longer. Indeed, what occurred that night at the orphanage grounds 12 years ago was not a kidnapping. It was a presidential assassination.
Whoa!
Then Miss Roland and Mr. Blaze were.
Oh my god, so evil. Yes, the two were likely partners in crime. One furnished the orphanage to use as the scene of the incident, and the other covered up the young boy's testimony. It's likely that Mr. Cameron was murdered because he witnessed the assassination itself. After all, the kidnapping never actually happened.
Stop messing around. You were saying the president was assassinated 12 years ago. We just found his body today.
Oh my god.
And he's been alive up until now.
That's right. I mean, we met him ourselves.
The president was assassinated 12 years ago, and the president's body was found today. That would imply that there were two presidents.
Yeah, and that can't be right.
Are you sure about that? There is the possibility that there were two presidents.
Twins.
That's right. Up until now, I've been getting a strange feeling from the president.
Oh. Even so, I still respect the man. Zhengba is a small country, but he carried the nation with his entire strength.
The image of President Huang that Agent Lang described. Yeah.
You're strong,
He revealed his true form. Differs far too greatly from the President Huang we knew. It's as if they were two entirely different people. If there were in fact two Zhengfa presidents. Exactly how would such a scenario be possible?
Twins.
What would make the existence of two presidents possible? Twin brother?
Twin brother.
Twins, Basil! Twins!
Twins, Basil.
Victim looked like the president. If we were to assume that one of them was a body double, wouldn't it be possible then?
A body double?
President Huang possessed immense power and authority in Zhengfa. I'm sure there were those who envied his position and made attempts on his life. Yes, just as he was attacked a few days ago at Gourd Lake.
It's true. There were those who sought Huang's life from time to time. But I can't easily believe there were two presidents. At least not without any evidence.
Do I have evidence that proves there were two presidents?
Where's that thing that said there's body doubles?
I don't know if we had a thing that said there were body doubles. It's just in passing conversation.
Was it?
Cameron didn't belong to Cameron. Part of the child's prank caused the fires. Photo taken after Cameron's murder. Bloodstained button. Cameron's testimony. Hong's
I thought I'd let you know I'm watching a kidnapping right now.
No.
Right.
Cameron's autopsy. That's nothing to do with anything, really. President Zhengfa Dijon Huang was kidnapped on February 10th, 12 years ago. The kidnappers demanded a ransom of $100 million. Dai Long Lung confirmed that on the evening of the incident, the president was at the
Oh.
I guess that kind of does it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He was kidnapped.
But he was also somewhere else. The president had an appointment at midnight at the courtyard of the orphanage met Amy Marsh. Jack Cameron was a witness. His body seems to have been moved. A fake photo was taken to serve as evidence. Okay, so let's try this.
Hey.
Has Agent Lang not noticed this contradiction? Or has he noticed it but can't admit it?
What is it, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't shout something out and only suddenly clam up.
According to the recording, that was fun. On the doll, the president visited the orphanage at midnight. However, that should not have been possible.
Huh? Why is that?
Why? Because at the time, the president should have been at the embassy. He was together with Agent Lang's father. So, Agent Lang, you really did notice. He was in two places at the same time. Ergo, there must have been two presidents.
Oh!
Then, which of the two was the real president on that day 12 years ago?
Most likely the one who died.
Who contacted Dogen to murder Huang?
In order to learn that first, we must have a look at the evidence that we have proved was false earlier. And the piece of evidence we know to be false is the child's drawing.
The child's drawing.
That lying child.
The lying child.
I mean, we said this photo was false.
This fake photo.
So we're doing it again, right?
Look at this graph.
Hey, look at this fake graph.
Yeah.
Yeah. This photo taken with Cameron's camera was taken after he was murdered. And he was murdered because he witnessed the presidential assassination. In other words, the photo mustn't have been taken following the assassination. Given that, who is the president pictured in this fake photo? We must consider him to be the body double.
Oh, in other words, the body double had the real president murdered, then took his place.
Wow.
Bastard!
I mean, look at Blaze's hair.
I know.
It seems like a family job.
Patricia kind of looks like she has a beard as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Patricia Rowland and Blaze must have cooperated in this plan.
Hold it. Huang's body was never found. And where could it have disappeared to?
Oh no, it was. The answer to that is already buried quite deep, apparently. Where is the real president's, well, this is where the real president, man. This is where the real president's body was.
Yay! He did it.
Did it. Hard sentence just killed me. Monster's footprints. Did Blaze dig up the ransom money? Do we want to go for that?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
It's kind of gross. A 12-year-old corpse would be.
Oh no! Wait, why was it a 12-year-old corpse that was so well preserved?
No. Oh, I see what you're saying. No. I think that was a fresh corpse.
Fresh.
It's just
Yeah.
an ironic coincidence or I guess a coincidence. I guess we got to go with the monster's footprints. I mean, I don't think we've actually used it. Regardless of whether we used it or not, I'm just doing it again. Here we go. Last night, there was something Blaze had to unearth with his own two hands. That item was not the ransom. It was something far more important.
So Blaze unburied the
real president's body. The possibility is quite high. Jesus. So you think in the tape photo, do you think the body had like all the pieces of the president in it? That bag?
Gross.
Bro,
Okay.
you think they cut him up?
So I have.
Well, no, because I mean, when you decompose, like you're underground, right? So you're gonna be like basically like rotted
Yeah,
skin and
yeah.
bones because things are gonna eat you.
My whole issue with this whole case
Yeah.
is that they built a skyscraper And like they would have had to do some like severe digging downwards and around.
Well,
to like put,
this is technically beside it.
but they would still need to clear out the area a bit.
I'm gonna flip your whole thing on this head, right?
Okay, yeah.
So the skyscraper was over there, and they're going to be building here, and that's why there's a time crunch on the movie. So Blaze knew that they were going to be building there, and that they would dig and they would find it, which is why he had to get it in the first place.
I still feel they would have had to dig it up to build the skyscraper there. Because, like, the plumbing that was in place for an orphanage versus the plumbing you'd need for a skyscraper is considerably different.
Yeah, I don't know if they dig a whole area around it. They might have missed it. I don't know. I don't think either of us know enough about construction to make this point.
No.
So let's just go with it worked.
I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of construction and a lot of construction workers without their shirts on, so I think I know a thing about how to lay some pipe.
Oh, I
there
see.
it is. There it is.
So I mean, you've viewed some good-looking construction workers and built your very own tower in your pants.
Yeah, there was a structure that was erected, and I can tell you that the surrounding area was definitely affected.
You need to get a better landscaper, though.
What's the point in planting flowers in a garden if no one goes there?
Oh God! All right, here we go. Sorry. Am I? Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
is
Okay,
it-
we're bodying the bag.
What did you say?
The bones on the body buried 12 years ago would still have remained. According to Mr. Powers, construction was to begin soon at this lot. That was the deadline, both for the movie and the retrieval of the body.
Because they would have found the body when they started the construction.
Okay, like, I know that he totally is reaping what he sowed, but poor Blaze, he's just like, oh crap,
man.
my black market auction is falling apart.
Yeah.
There's someone after my life, and they're gonna dig up the corpse of the president that I killed. I need to get all this covered up again. And my son, oh my God.
I've done him such a disservice.
Prosecutor Blaze is very good, no bad day.
Yeah.
Or very bad, no good day.
What I like about the writing of it, though, is like that's what you get for lying. Like you lie, and eventually it all builds up to the point where
Exactly.
you're like, it's on fire. My lies are on fire.
How can you juggle all those lies?
Yeah,
That's why I just don't lie, folks.
that's why he was blazing.
Don't.
All right.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Dr.
That's it.
Pants is the liar.
There it is. I see you, Dr. Pants.
How dare you, Dr. Pants, hiding bodies like this?
Yes.
Think about John.
Because they would have found the body when they started the construction.
Agent Lang, let us search the footprints that Blaze dug up.
Yeah. If the body was buried there, there would be traces of it. Hey, someone call forensics.
Oh my god, forensics.
Uh-oh. But MIB is there.
I have the results of the search. We found traces in the dirt that suggest a body was buried here.
So it was Hong after all.
We've also recovered the skeletal remains that Blaze dug up. They were in his home.
That's grimdark.
In addition to the bone structure, the dental records and the bone fractures all match up. We can confirm that it was indeed President Huang.
I guess.
So sad.
I guess when you really think about it, something was wrong there.
Oh.
In his
The
closet.
skeletons were in his closet.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
So, the real President Huang was indeed killed 12 years ago. The SS5 incident was a murder.
Ooh.
Clay's been fired from the NyanCave, now hired.
So the SS5 incident was actually a murder incident. But there's so much information. It's way too confusing.
Indeed. Let us take this opportunity to review the details of the case.
First, the real president came to the orphanage, right?
12 years ago, the true President Huang visited the orphanage in order to meet his son.
Like a good boy.
Oh, he was a king all along. Who knew? I didn't pick that up. The footsteps in the snow that were thought belonged to Mr. Cameron were most likely made by the president at that time. President Huang was supposed to meet his son here. However, the one who actually showed up was the assassin, Sir Han Dogen.
He came here to meet his son, but was murdered instead? How horrible.
A man like Dogen shows no mercy. And after that, the second tragedy occurred.
You mean Mr. Cameron's murder?
Indeed. Mr. Cameron saw the decisive moment. After the real president was killed by Dogen, his body was carried to the rear courtyard by the team of kidnappers. Mr. Cameron must have witnessed that moment from the orphanage entrance. Although he himself believed what he had saw was, what he had actually witnessed was a kidnapping. Furthermore, by this time,
The body double who had come to meet with Blaze and Miss Rowland was already standing behind Mr. Cameron.
and then, the witness to the incident, Mr. Cameron,
Was killed by the body double. So was Mr. Cameron's corpse also carried by the body double?
yes, it seems likely.
But there wasn't anything at all at the crime scene that looked like the body double's footprints.
I've already figured out how he accomplished that. There's a piece of evidence that would make it possible. What did the body double use to move the body without leaving any footprints?
A hovercraft.
Yes, the Snowman. I guess the victim's shoes.
Yeah, I
no, wait,
guess.
that makes... Oh, unless he... Because the only way that's possible is if he retraced the president's steps, but...
Well, I mean, because those shoes are too small, right?
These are the big size.
No, these are the small size. Because we were like, these shoes look like they don't fit him correctly. Oh, I don't know. I say that's a good idea, though.
Okay. Let's go take a quick peek here.
Well, we don't have any snowshoes anywhere, so I feel good about those shoes too. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, that makes sense.
This is almost certainly how the body double carried Mr. Cameron's corpse.
Oh.
After Mr. Cameron was killed, he did retrace the footsteps, I guess. The president's body double carried him into the middle of the garden. I suspect the body double was wearing the same shoes as the president at the time. If he made sure to step precisely on top of the footprints left by the real president, god damn, that would be hard.
Especially carrying a body.
Carrying a body, like bodies are heavy, yo.
They call it dead weight for a reason.
Hey,
So, now that this isn't a spoiler, Sirhan Dogen, in addition to his dog puns, is also named after Sirhan, the guy who was arrested for the assassination of RFK. Very subtle foreshadowing
RFK,
indeed.
who's RFK?
RFK.
I know JFK.
I know, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that was also Oswald. Oh, Robert F. Kennedy. Wow. Oh, I didn't even.
Sirhan, right. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that he was. Jeez.
Oh,
crazy.
yeah. That's where in Clone High, where, what's called JFK was like, I'm a Kennedy. We're not used to tragedies.
Oh no.
But it is tragic because he was assassinated, Robert was assassinated, and then something like their son or a different brother died in a plane crash.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, since his shoes were the same, there
Thanks,
would
Tasso.
only be one set of footprints left behind in the snow, like sand people. I think I've got a pretty good grasp on the SS7 incident now. But there's still one thing I don't get.
What's that?
Why did they need to stage the abduction?
Because Mr. Cameron witnessed the incident. He saw the president at the orphanage. He left behind the witness testimony of Miss Crane's answering machine. Even Blaze couldn't make that disappear. Ergo, the body double needed a reason for the president to have been at the orphanage.
And that's why they prepared the fake kidnapping charade.
The people in the fake photo are the body double and most likely Patricia Rowland.
The person in the code is Miss Rowland? What makes you say that?
The two would have to leave the orphanage in order to take the picture. Just like when he moved the body double used the real president's footprints.
Ah, so the second set of footprints must belong to the person in the coat.
Indeed, we originally believed that the footprints belonged to Cameron's killer. They were size 7 footprints, too small for Blaze's feet. Thus, we can presume that the person playing the part of the kidnapper was Patricia Rowland. hidden in the shadow of the presidential kidnapping was a presidential assassination.
I see. So that's why my old man.
Why he... what?
The old man must have realized that a murder had taken place. After all, he had the kid's drawing.
However, that picture was never presented as evidence.
Your father likely took it from the young witness during the investigation and hid it.
He had to have known that Huang was dead. But what if he had revealed that back then?
Reveal the death of the president, the backbone of Zheng Fa. It would have caused chaos.
And that's why my old man took the secret to his grave. He even took the blame for the kidnapping, knowing that would be the fall of the House of Lang.
So, this is the truth that Agent Lang's father hid 12 years ago.
And now it's all become clear.
Bum, 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 ba-dum.
I
Who
bet
else?
that's Ray.
Is
No,
that
maybe.
really the case, I wonder?
I don't know. I think it's Larry.
Think it's Larry?
I'm kidding. What?
Who's there?
Oh! That bell! It's
Konoberda.
Sirhan Dogen! Couldn't get new threads, man?
You, why are you here?
Oh, how can you just brazenly show up here? Who do you think you are, pal?
I found the conversation most intriguing, and I just, well...
Are you feeling nostalgic about an old murder of yours?
You're the one who killed Huang.
Nostalgia? Oh, I think not. You were speaking about the person I'm searching for.
You're searching for someone.
I escaped from prison in order to meet with a young acolyte.
Oh god, Maya, run!
The one who wore the red raincoat.
The red raincoat.
Who is this person?
Oh my god.
I suspect it's the same person as the mastermind you're searching for.
I'm telling you, it's Nicole.
The whole time?
I'm telling you, it's Nicole.
Someone you've been searching for in the Red Hood.
The Red Hood.
Oh, he does sound like John. I'm gonna have to switch it up. I mean, Corey Keo was my inspiration, but I forget what he sounds like.
Oh.
Ooh, don't they seem surprised, Anubis? Yes, they are, my boy.
I think I'll just switch frickin' John around to something else.
12 years ago, this young acolyte saved my life.
I think they're sufficiently different like
You
that.
think they're sufficiently different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because John has more like.
No,
I'll figure it out.
yeah,
We'll go. We'll
exactly.
make it as it goes.
Certainly, it was I who killed President Huang.
Well, case closed, everyone. I think we can just
right,
wrap that mystery up.
stream,
I feel like the game had a very satisfying ending right
Yep.
there. I can't believe
he
Dogen
did it.
killed President Huang.
Wow.
He did it. Wow, that's
Well,
amazing.
we learned
What
everything
a
we
great game.
What a good game.
Man, it really twisted and turned until the end, and we got a confession, and that was it.
That's it.
However, my life was also targeted on that day. The body double, Blaze, and Patricia had all sought to seal my lips. Had I not been reunited with the young acolyte back then, I would have been in danger. But alas, even to this day I do not know what has become of the young acolyte.
I'm gonna finish this. We have like 10 minutes or so. So, your client was indeed the body double. I was just saying that's the end of the game. Was indeed the body double, the main perpetrator of the crime.
It was a long time ago, but I remember his words even now.
Maybe Sirhan Dogen and John sound similar because
No.
yes,
Because Saran is his mother.
Who is this?
this is the president, manly president.
There have been countless attempts on my life, not just once or twice, countless. And yet, we must be the only one to face the danger. When I stand before the people, I garner the same respect as the president does. Tell me, just what is the difference between him and me?
Oh, this is the body double.
Body double.
Yeah, there's quite the conversation going on here about whether we're gonna stop.
Well, let's see. Well, I can try to get to the do be continue part. 30 minutes, give or take. I'm fine with that.
It's your call.
I mean, is anybody?
The longer
Yeah,
we
no, we're good,
deliberate,
we're good.
The less time we have.
Yeah, we're good. We'll go. We're going.
The difference was great. While the voice and style of my speech may be the same. One can mimic the body, but one can mimic the body, but the heart cannot be reproduced.
I suppose his own weaknesses cost him in his quest to become a leader.
Now the Rook's gone, I'm in charge. I'm not sure if you're capable as Rook was. What are you saying? I'm totally the leader now.
Perhaps the king and his knight were not all so different after all.
The double believed that the president's only weakness was a woman called Amy. To find the woman, he needed the assistance from someone from this country.
So, he joined forces with Blaze.
After determining her whereabouts, he simply waited for the right opportunity.
That chance came with the meeting at the orphanage.
Indeed, the director of the orphanage was bribed and brought in as an accomplice.
He must be referring to Patricia Rowland.
Well, given what I've told you, do you realize the whereabouts of the young acolyte now?
You mean the boy who saved you? But how do you know that he is the mastermind?
That day, the young one caused a fire at the garden of the orphanage.
You're talking about the kid who started the fire as a prank?
A prank? Not at all. On that night 12 years ago, the young acolyte was hiding in the igloo.
The Beargaloo all along!
Damn it.
It seems he witnessed Patricia and Blaze moving the body from its hiding place. Apparently, he heard them talking during that time. It would seem they were planning to kill me because I knew the truth. He immediately came to the main hall to tell me that. I learned this about the young acolyte sometime later. It seemed he was wearing a red raincoat at the time.
Terrible stealth outfit.
Yeah, awful.
He led me out of the main hall. And then the young acolyte said he was going to get rid of our footprints.
With a prank.
So he scattered some lamp oil near the igloo over the snow.
It's he, so it can't be in a coal.
I know.
Then he boldly set the oil ablaze.
Almost burned down the orphanage.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way! He set the fire in order to...
All of their focus was diverted towards the burning flames. I took the opportunity to escape through the rear exit.
So, the boy in the red raincoat is the mastermind behind this case.
Exactly. Isn't that right, Anubis? Yes, boy. Yes, it is. Certainly, it was I who killed President Huang.
You admitted that rather easily.
These days, I've long grown tired of killing. But in those halcyon days, I devoted myself to the path of an executioner. If one cannot admit that much, what can he admit? Right, Anubis? Yes, yes, my boy.
I feel like he's saying something scary, but it's kind of hard to understand him.
This fallen priest is saying he has no feelings about the president's death. Dogen, the assassin and the escaped prisoner. He should be a despicable opponent, but Silencing him now would be imprudent. I must keep my composure and let him talk. I understand your point. You killed the president.
That is correct. The aim of my blade never misses its mark. However, my life was also targeted that day.
Your life was targeted. You, the assassin.
The hunter becomes the hunted. The Buddhist becomes the Buddha.
I don't think that second one works. Okay, you don't have to make up strange proverbs.
Life is transient, especially for an assassin whose life is always exposed to danger.
So does that mean the people you've tried to kill have fought back? The people you've tried to kill? What?
That is a rare occurrence. However, this was different. The body double, Blaze and Patricia all sought to seal my lips.
Oh, my bad.
Had I not been reunited with the young acolyte back then, I would have been killed.
Sir Dogen, you're a master assassin. As such, could you not have evaded the attack from those three and fled the scene?
You greatly overestimate me. Without Anubis by my side, I would have not been able to walk about. If those three were to attack me all at once, I would not stand a chance.
I see. So even an assassin will fall to superior numbers in a frontal assault.
I suppose one could say that. I, Sir Dogen, would have suffered a shameful defeat. Had I not been reunited with the young acolyte back then, I would have been in danger.
Reunited? So, when did you first meet him?
That would be 18 years ago on the 24th of December.
Oh god, we're weaving another woven to this thing.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh wow. So that makes him. That is a rather long time. That makes him. Sorry, I can't remember his name for the life of me. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's one of those guys'
it's
son.
His missing son.
The pastry chef.
Yeah, the pastry chef.
Chef's
Yeah.
son.
No.
Yep.
No.
Dover. That's Isaac Dover's son.
Yeah. And so then who
There are no
is-
clues in the whereabouts of Dover's son or Gustavia's son, one or the other.
Yeah.
Until that day, the incident regularly visited Mr. Master's mansion. That is a rather long time ago.
On that day, our roles were reversed. I saved the young one's life. There was an unusual snowstorm on that day. The temperature was well below freezing. I took Anubis for a walk in the snow. That is when Anubis noticed something and started running. I followed after him and I found a car. I had great difficulty opening the door. It had frozen shut.
Oh, both of them.
In the back seat, there were two young children shivering from the cold.
Two children.
Had they remained in the car for an hour or longer, surely they would have been frozen to death. I brought the two of them to a nearby orphanage.
Is there anything about Dogen's story that concerns me? There is something. What concerns me is...
the number of children.
Both of those.
Well, wasn't the pastry chef thing happening on December 24th?
It was, yeah.
Right.
So let's go with the date.
Yeah.
What? No. It would have been
The 24th of December, 18 years ago. Oh, no. Damn, yeah. There's no mistake.
Okay. Good.
That mean?
I know. The significance behind that date.
Yeah, this is good.
What shows the significance of the date
Yeah,
when
yeah,
Dogen
yeah.
found the children?
Yeah.
I was wondering when this would show up. We've had this forever. That day, a certain incident occurred. A sculptor was murdered. During that incident, two young boys went missing. The sons of the victim, Isaac Dover, and the culprit, Dane Gustavia.
Oh, he never did find out where those two boys went after the case 18 years ago. We never did.
Oh? They were the sons of a victim and a culprit. It all makes sense now.
What makes sense?
One of the youths was bound so that he could not move.
Mr. Dover did it so that Mr. Gustavia's son couldn't come to the contest venue.
Indeed. Gustavia was using his own son as a taste tester.
To think that was what transpired.
That's odd that the one kid would sit there unbound and freeze to death, though, and not exit the vehicle.
Like, yes, but the thing. So a few things. Number one, if it's like your dad's like, hey, wait in the car with this thing, like you're kind of in it, and you're waiting for him to come back and wait for him to come back.
Yes.
And additionally, he said it was really hard to open the door because it had frozen shut.
Yeah. Well, I guess
Let's
we got
play a game where I tie up this one child, and you wait for me to come home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the door was frozen shut.
Neither child seemed to recall what had happened.
They lost their memories.
The acolyte told me this when we were reunited 12 years ago. The pair were placed in an extreme situation, on the verge of freezing to death. That trauma led them both to suffer from amnesia. Neither could do so much as remember his own name.
So they didn't even know that they were the sons of Mr. Dover and Mr. Gustavia. Gustavia, I think we agreed it's Gustavia.
Gustavia. Indeed, while we cannot say it conclusively, the probability is quite high. However, we still don't have enough information to deduce the mastermind's identity. Dogen, would you please continue your story?
Very well.
Dogen and the acolyte.
I continued my correspondence with the young acolyte even after entering prison. Recently, that has all come to an abrupt halt. However, it left me quite concerned.
Oh, no!
It all makes sense now, doesn't it?
Furthermore, those involved with the crime 12 years ago are all drawn into incidents one by one. I grew more and more curious, and so I absconded briefly from the prison.
Those involved 12 years ago were Patricia Rowland, Blaze the Best, and President Huang's body double.
And Mrs. Rowland was the warden of Mr. Dogen's prison.
I blackmailed the warden. That woman had tried to kill me. Perhaps the good prosecutor has already deduced the reason.
You murdered President Huang. However, the world still believed he was alive. If you were able to prove the president was a fake, both Patricia Rowland and Blaze the Best would have been in danger.
That is correct, and I had heard the proof with my own ears.
I'll be waiting on the courtyard of the orphanage at midnight on February 9th. Even if it's just once, I want John to be able to meet you. I'm sorry if I'm being selfish, but I'll be waiting.
Oh.
Who might you be? My apologies, but I'm presently waiting for someone.
I'm well aware of that, President Huang. Are you not meeting with your son? However, I do not spill blood needlessly. You may relax. I seek only the president's life.
What? It can't be. But please wait. I'm just about to meet my son for the first time. I'm sure that this would be the first and the last time. Please, at least wait until we are finished.
I had thought the president would beg for his life, but he was a different sort. Officially, the president had no son. However, he shook his head and said, this illegitimate son was his, and he intended to recognize him publicly. Furthermore, he claimed that he had already made preparations towards that end. Would that son of his be the boy with the horns over there by any chance?
Boy with the horns? Wait, you can see John's horns?
Right?
Whoa.
There's no need to see them. From the moment I escaped the prison until now, I've been closely lending an ear to your voices.
He said that the president made preparations towards recognizing his son. Yeah, the president was a good guy. But the word preparations alone would be insufficient for blackmail. That's it.
There's one thing that could prove Huang's words. The will held by the House of Lang. It was also proof of his trust in us. His son's existence would have been revealed to the world.
The name on the recording, the mention of preparations, and the will in Zhengfa. Together, they suffice to make the warden bow to my words.
With those three pieces of information, one could prove the identity of the double by using John.
The president blocked the first strike of my knife with something soft. As pieces of it fell atop the snow, I struck once more. This time, the blow proved fatal.
So, Dogen cut off the Mozilla doll's horn.
None but I heard his final words. Only myself and that child knew of the president's secret son. I continued my correspondence with the young acolyte even after entering prison.
In other words, you contacted him from prison.
That is correct. A post office box was used.
A post office box?
It would allow one to send and receive letters without revealing the recipient's location.
Oh, kind of like that thing the NyanCave has where you can send mail to their mailbox in Seattle? Link down below.
Yeah.
Yay! How about that plug? Am I not
That's pretty good.
Pretty decent at doing plugs?
You're really quite good at them.
Wow, who knew my talent was plugging things?
Underutilized.
I could not use a form of correspondence that would reveal the acolyte's location.
Where's the segue? Ah, there it is.
There was someone keeping watch over my correspondences after all.
He must mean the prison warden, Patricia Rowland. Could you be more specific about the nature of your correspondences?
Speaking of plugging things, you know who else is good at plugging things? Subscriber name here.
Yeah.
Nice, GD. I'm gonna use that one next time I'm gonna have to try to plug something and then plug the subscriber in the plug.
Right away, yeah.
Right away.
Right away.
Well, they were mainly moves for my correspondence chess matches.
Correspondence chess? If I recall, the person you're playing against.
This might be hard to believe, but Dogen's chess opponent was...
Are you saying he was playing chess against Mr. Knightley? Wasn't it Horace Knightley?
We certainly found the correspondence chess memo in Knightley's cell. Wow, new evidence. Huh.
Does that mean Knightley boy was the kid from the IS-7 incident?
Yep. Could that really be true? Is there any evidence connecting Knightley to the IS-7 incident?
Yes. It's this button.
Ring and chessboard.
Yeah, probably.
That was because that was Dover's ring, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think.
Can we check anything more about
I can't
it?
check it.
I mean, that's probably it.
Yeah, is that
'Cause, I mean, like, what else do we have?
That's
I don't know, but
like...
I think it was Dover's ring. I can't.
Yeah, totally. Oh, it's, Knightley's mementos. Yeah, do it, yeah.
This was all that Knightley left behind. Could there be a clue hidden within? Which should I investigate? The ring or the chessboard? The ring.
Will you marry
there
me?
It is, yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yes!
No.
Yes! I will marry you.
This ring is...
Mr. Edgeworth, what is it?
Mr. Shields, please take a look at this ring.
That pen is the Pierre Roquette's.
I thought so. He had Mr. Dover's seal turned into a ring. However, why would he have this? Shouldn't it have been held by the police as evidence from the IS-7 incident?
After the incident, the seal was returned to the victim's next of kin. And Mr. Dover's only family was his son. Since no one knew where the son had gone to, it took a while to get it to him. I'd heard the police had finally found him and delivered his inheritance, but...
So, the seal was thereby safely delivered to his son. And then he turned the seal into a ring and wore it on his person.
So, Mr. Knightley was Mr. Dover's son.
The police aren't fools. I'm sure they did a thorough check before handing over the seal.
If someone involved in the IS-7 incident was his chess opponent...
Knightley, huh? Then that man must be the true mastermind behind the case. But he's dead.
But Knightley is dead. He cannot be involved in this incident.
How about that? The only one who could be the mastermind was himself a murder victim.
But a dead guy can't be the culprit, so there's no way that's right.
It certainly is strange. In that case, who is the culprit?
Recently, all that has all come to an abrupt halt, however. It left me quite concerned.
It came to a halt. Now, of all times.
Quite odd, is it not? Anubis told me again and again how odd it was.
That scary dog talked? Was he was he like...
Something's odd. Huh?
I can understand Anubis's heart, even if he does not voice his thoughts.
Then there's something I'd like to ask, just in case. Your scary dog's staring at me right now. He's not saying, I'm hungry, I want some meat, right?
Perhaps.
Perhaps? Mr. Edgeworth!
It seems she is not much good with the assassin's dog.
Good boy, there's a good boy. So then, at any rate, my correspondence with the Acolyte suddenly came to an abrupt halt.
Goodness.
Furthermore, those involved in the crime 12 years ago were all drawn into incidents one by one.
That certainly does seem too much for a mere coincidence. The body double of Di Jun Huang, the president of Zheng Fa, faked an assassination plot. Patricia Rowland, the prison warden, murdered Horace Knightley. And Blaise de Best, the chairman of the PIC, murdered Jill Crane. Come to think of it, as I have been investigating these cases, I have felt the presence of some force behind the scenes.
Even with the prison, I could tell, or even within the prison, I could tell that this was no insignificant event. I grew more and more curious, and so I absconded briefly from the prison.
You absconded briefly from the prison. I cannot forgive such a criminal act.
You stole your way out of prison? I cannot forgive such a thieving act!
Relax. No one was hurt. I merely have connections that allow me to set foot outside.
But even so, you can't just escape from prison, pal. Arrest him!
That won't be necessary. Once my business is done, I shall return to my cell.
You're trying to make fools of us. A prison isn't some kind of place that you can just enter and leave at will.
The wolf may say that. But one can see that the wolf and his pack also share an interest in the tales of my past.
Agent Lang, Detective Gumshoe. There's still a few things I must ask Dogen. Please postpone matters until then.
Oh, yes, sure I do. You'd say that, Mr. Edgeworth.
Damn it all. I'm not taking my eye off you for a second.
No.
Writing letters in Braille can be a rather enjoyable pastime.
Excuse me, but you wrote your letters in Braille.
Indeed, for I possess the tools necessary to write in Braille.
Wow, so you need to use tools to write in Braille? I never knew.
Then would you please tell us what you wrote?
Everything. Letters, of course, and most of the movements of a chess piece.
He wrote the movements of chess pieces by hand. That statement is intriguing.
So, then how does your handmade dog piece move?
Okay, that question can wait. So then, what did you do when the letters stopped coming?
Well, within the prison, I grew increasingly concerned about the Acolyte's whereabouts.
Okay, but even so, I don't really get it. Who exactly is this Acolyte?
Indeed, Dogen himself has not yet made that clear. What's important is the thread connecting Dogen and this Acolyte, their correspondence, and not just the letters. We should pay attention to the means that was used as well.
Interdasting. Well, what evidence do we have relating to the IS-7 incident? Okay, well, that's sort of it right there, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean...
Because that is obviously not Braille.
It says sent from Dogen. Yeah. Typed by a word processor.
Next, I
Let's
move
do it.
rook. No, pawn. Go to g6.
Oh, I press square. Action. I'm certain you said you wrote your letters in Braille.
Correct. The good prosecutor must know that I am lacking in sight, do you not?
The correspondence chest letter we found had been typed out using a word processor.
What? That cannot be.
What do you mean?
So, someone went out of their way to retype the letters on a computer?
Could another person have acted as a middleman between Dogen and Knightley?
What do you mean?
Dogen wrote his letters in Braille, however. By the time they reached Knightley, it had been rewritten upon a word processor. We must assume that some middleman rewrote those letters.
And the reverse can be also said. That somebody might have taken the letters to Knightley and wrote and re-delivered them to Dogen.
Yes, that is indeed true. The Mastermind. Oh my god, we have a Mastermind. We haven't dealt with a Mastermind in so long.
It's pretty exciting.
right?
I know, right?
It's pretty exciting that we got a mastermind going on again.
Knightley and Dogen both communicated through a certain individual. Dogen, were the letters that reached you?
They were in Braille, of course. I can't read. I'm blind.
So Knightley boy's letters must have been transposed by the same person as well.
Oh? Then that somebody must be...
The mastermind behind the case.
You were saying that someone else who's the mastermind behind the case? Then who the hell is it?
Dover's son, Knightley, is already deceased. In that case, there is one more youth that we should consider to be the mastermind.
You mean Dane Gustavia's son. But who the heck is he?
Oh my god.
If Knightley is Dover's son, then Gustavia's son must be...
Oh my god, no! Well, we're the only friends either of us had since childhood. He was the same as me. We never had real families.
Oh, it can't be! Could it? Could it really be him?
Mr. Edgeworth! 1 second. What is it? You've gone all pale.
I figured it out. The identity of the mastermind who's been controlling this case from the shadows.
What? Who in the world is it?
I don't want to believe it myself, but it is someone we know quite well. The mastermind is...
And doing the old it up till the
Kay Faraday.
Hey, Faraday.
I want to present it just to see, but that's a big penalty.
I can't believe you figured it out, Edgeworth. It was me the whole time.
Man,
I know
I'm
Braille.
disappointed it's not Nicole.
Translate this. Bump, 2 bumps below that bump, a space, another bump. You know what that says? It says get fucked.
Simon Keys. Bam! The mastermind behind this case sent a letter to Joe Crane, which deceived Blaze. Furthermore, he kidnapped John and eavesdropped on us. However, all of his actions, the one I have not been able to get out of my mind. Is how he brought an unconscious Kay to the roof. Oh, Kay looks so worried there. Damn! The giant monster. Frickin' Simon Keys.
What?
Simon Keys!
That dude sucks,
Good.
bro.
What?
That dude sucks.
Yeah, Simon?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Huh? Did you just say something?
That's right. The key to exposing the mastermind is in the monster's true form.
I almost forgot. If you'd like, please come to our next show.
I'll also be performing in it.
The Very Big Circus is always fabulous and fun for all ages.
We defended you.
I forgot his voice for a second there.
Miss Swift, there is something I would like to ask of you.
What? You mean me?
You said that you recorded the sound of Mozilla spewing flames. Would this decisive evidence of yours be something you recorded on that tape recorder?
That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. You're good at figuring things out, ain't you? Ain't ya? It's the sound of Mozilla spewing out fire. This place nearly became a sea of flames.
Can we still make Nicole the mastermind, even though we know it's not true? Can we make our own truth?
Yeah, we can absolutely make our own truth.
Yeah.
That's right. I ain't actually seen it with my own eyes, though.
Could you let us listen to the tape?
Sure thing. There we go.
This sound is as I thought. So it seemed that my reasoning was correct. The true nature of the monster and the mastermind. All of my logic is coming together. Miss Hart, you said that you captured a giant eye on film, did you not?
I sure did. Here's this photo.
No, we cannot confirm it like this. Detective Gumshoe, it's coming.
Yes, sir.
Lend us your film analysis machine.
No.
Okay, but what do you want to analyze, sir?
This photo, please.
Oh, I'm on it.
Is there a new clue in this photo? I gotta see that ass, though.
Let's analyze everything. That is a vagine.
Oh my gosh. The
Wait.
genre.
Is that case scarf? No, it's a hand. President Huang?
Where did you come from? And Dogen.
The culprit's face.
Yeah.
A confession letter. Okay.
What is that?
I think it's.
I'm trying to like think of what it is.
You don't think it's like a hot air balloon, do you?
Maybe.
Please tell me it's not a hot air balloon.
I was thinking it was like one of those like.
I feel like I've seen it before, but I'm trying to remember.
Isn't it
Right.
from the circus? Is like, isn't that one of the backdrops from the circus?
Ginger, I'd love to randomly edit in President Huang. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, you should do that Toad. Zoom in and just make Toad appear.
Yeah.
Okay, so
let's do it.
yeah, let's do it.
Let's find
What are
out.
we gonna present? Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna go rape for the Eureka!
Oh, this is.
See? Ain't the Mozilla's eye right there I said it would be?
I see. I finally grasped the true form of the giant monster that was being controlled by the Mastermind.
Giant monster!
That was good. I like that delivery.
Are you admitting it? You are, ain't ya? You're admitting that the mighty Mozilla is real.
No.
Did you see how sad she looked?
Yeah.
It's just freaking broke. Objection.
Ooh. No. This is not Mozilla. This is the eye of a different monster. Please have a look at this.
Yeah, there it is.
It's a flyer for the very big circus. This is...
The lion balloon. Precisely. There's a rather large balloon with the head of a lion pictured here.
Oh my god, it was actually a straight up.
Fucking lion hot air balloon.
Yep.
What?
This is the balloon. This balloon is the true identity of the giant monster.
Oh my
In
God.
addition, the sound Miss Swift recorded, which she would believe to be Mozilla spewing flames.
Mr. Prosecutor, don't tell me. You're gonna say something that'll shatter my dreams of a scoop.
What air balloons fly by using burners to heat the air, right,
And they
sir?
go, Precisely, Detective. The Mastermind used this monster of his to bring Kay to the rooftop of the Grand Tower without using the elevator.
Wouldn't that mean that the Mastermind is someone connected to the circus?
He's a member of the circus, Knightley's friend, and Dane Gustavia's son. Who'd have thunk it?
An apprentice beast tamer. He's no amateur.
Who's that Pokemon?
Come on.
And,
It's
oh my
Simon.
god. You know, because the monkey's like being a puppet to him, or
Yeah.
he's like the puppet master, but then he was the puppet master the whole time.
Oh, the monkey's the mastermind, you mean?
Like,
Damn it, money!
There was a lot of foreshadowing.
Yes, there
actually.
was. Yes.
There was a ton of orders.
We really should have known when, because I was thinking that Gustavia's son was the mastermind. I was like, by the process of elimination, there's really the only one left.
Yeah.
But then I forgot that Simon and Knightley were friends.
Friends,
I
exactly.
just, it completely
Exactly.
escaped my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, ah.
Yeah.
But if I had remembered that fact, then
Yeah.
boom, it would have been,
Yeah,
And also like very recently, only like into the last stream, he was like, "Oh, thank God I'm not being investigated anymore." We were friends and like basically said we were orphans together.
Yeah.
we were orphans
We
together.
didn't have families, yeah. Simon Keys, he is the mastermind behind this whole incident.
And he does look like his dad too.
Mr. Keys was really behind it all? No way. I don't believe it. I mean, we trusted him. How could it have all been a lie? That's just heartbreaking.
Okay. What is it?
Hey, you! Stop! Where do you think you're going?
Yeah, I thought he was.
The boy with the horns is rather perceptive. The good prosecutor has done a remarkable job. Now that I've heard that, I have no further business here.
What? Wait, Dogen! Oh! You just throw a dog at us?
Grr! Rough.
Get him, Lang!
Damn it, where'd he vanish to?
Mr. Edgeworth, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine, however. That guy. John.
GD says, I mean, you probably should have known based on when you talked to Regina last stream, and she was like, yeah, he even flew around to advertise the circus. And then you went, filler text.
I don't think we actually said that.
Maybe.
I don't recall saying it. Anyways. Oh! Hey,
Fucking! Do you think a 12-year-old assassin is a better... Oh, don't you think a 12-year-old assassination is a better scoop than Moosezilla is real? Look at the bright side. Side note, my first name is Nicole.
Oh,
also,
cool.
Monday, stream finale hype? No, it will not be Monday. It will be on Friday.
Yeah.
Friday morning, we're going to do a finale, if you will.
It's a little bit of time, but yeah, cannot do Monday.
Thanks.
That guy, that
Thank you,
Dogen
Nicole.
guy, he's the one who killed my dad, right?
There's no question. More difficult to answer. However, there's no use in denying the truth. Yes, John. You are correct.
He'll pay for this. I swear he's gonna pay. I'll make him pay my...
Overruled!
Sean, you mustn't finish that thought.
I just thought of what it must be like to have a judge as a mother. That must be what she really does.
Yeah.
I'm staying up late, Mom. Overruled!
Overruled. You have not finished your homework.
But
Only good boys get to stay up late.
But I want to.
Doesn't matter what you want. The goddess of law is final.
I was trying to remember the word that they say where they're like.
Not so fast.
No, like the judges say it. I can't remember. I'll hold you in.
I know what you're saying.
I guess
like,
overruled. It's like
yeah.
rejected. Is it? Is
Yeah,
it
yeah.
overruled? I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Objection to sustained.
Sustained.
Yeah, sustained.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, please pay us no mind.
So right, putting out an APB on Dogen. All available units we'll be searching for.
Arrest, punch, and bury.
You heard the man, kid. I don't mean to be heartless, but we need to hurry too. So, Mr. Prosecutor, where's the mastermind right now?
Agent Lang is right. Our top priority right now should be catching the mastermind. He said he'd be practicing. He is most likely at the very big circus tent. But first, Agent Lang, I have a request.
Oh, quest. What is it?
Now that we've identified the giant monster, our next order of business is to capture it. The moment we arrive at the tent, I need you to locate that specific item post-haste. And Detective, I ask that you perform a follow-up investigation on the kidnapping incident.
Roger that, sir.
Mr. Edgeworth, I want to help too.
In that case, you'll be in charge of calling for backup. If he truly is the mastermind, we may require the assistance from a certain someone. Oh my god, is Phoenix coming? I met him so many times, yet his facade always fooled me into sympathy.
Oh, no way.
He may have got the better of me in the past, but this time, I'll settle it once and for all.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yo, super cool, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on this thing. Make sure to follow our Discord link down below where we make all announcements of all streams. We got our finale coming up of this game on Friday of this week.
I can't believe that Simon was the key to this whole case. I thought he was just monkeying around this whole time.
What a money observation.
Oh. There we go.
Yeah. good game is good. What a
Yeah.
story.
I
What a-
missed having masterminds in
What
my
a
games.
wild ride. I can't tell you how deeply I wanted it to be Nicole.
Yeah,
You know,
or Lotta.
or Lotta.
Just so we won't
Especially
have to,
Lotta.
Especially
But Lotta
Lotta.
felt out of reach. Nicole felt more realistic for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like they kind of like, they kind of like hinted at it with the red hood, and I totally bid on it just because I really wanted it to be true.
Mm-hmm.
But it made sense to me to, introduce Nicole for this case and then just be like, ha ha! Mastermind.
The whole
Mastermind.
time.
You thought she was a reoccurring character that you'd see in the future. Well, no.
But it is kind of wild then if Keys was pulling all those strings, and I wonder how it's going to tie into him killing his friend, Knightley, or organizing the killing of, or was that him losing control and that's Blaze and
I don't-
Patricia and all them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that Patricia was the real driving force, of course, behind Knightley dying. I don't think Simon had anything to do with it.
Hey, Clay, you realize what Nicole is quite literally a red
herring, yeah.
A red
Actually,
herring.
yeah. Nicole Parka, not a hood, but it was inside out. I don't know. It could have worked.
Find nothing but faith in nothing.
Cool. So tonight at 3:30, we're back at you with Kingdom Hearts 3. So make sure to throw a thumbs up on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you want to, and we'll see you in about
An hour.
56 minutes.
56 minutes? All right.
Cool. Okay.
That's enough time to get some food.
Bye. Love you. Bye.